bottom left.
Hello,
Bottom left.
everybody, and welcome back to a
damn it.
20-sided podcast.
Hello.
We're done messing around. Oh, okay, never mind. Sub isn't.
Or not. I'm so glad I muted that.
Well, I muted you. Ha.
You know what? I'm muting yours, Robert. I don't trust you at
Just
all.
preventatively, now that he's figured it out.
Yeah. Because Belle is fine. She just wants to hear fun duck noises.
I love a
Ducks.
good duck noise.
The ducks are cool.
The ducks are cool, Bill.
There, I'll do the soundboard in real life now.
Mew.
Brrrr.
This is fucking chaos.
Welcome to our cold opener.
Yes, welcome. Where we're all getting mad at each other for using a soundboard.
Yeah.
I just heard Sebi yell "ow" from the other room.
Oh, he just gone.
bud?
All I heard was something, my name, and
Yeah, because I heard you just go "ow" in the other room.
yeah, because I fucking slammed into the not microwave, fridge.
We don't
I was
have a
gonna say,
microwave.
you don't have a microwave.
Yeah. Ha! I do. My brain.
Wow,
Radioactive.
you're so cool.
I've never.
I would get
I've
that
never
looked
been
at,
lucky
Lucky
Sebi.
this is not my Discord. I would have just kicked you and then rejoined you.
Ha ha.
Oh my gosh.
These.
Now I'm just imagining Sebi's brain being a play of like spaghetti just spinning.
Actually, it's just a rock.
What?
So.
Oh yeah, rock
Yeah.
makes sense.
It's
I was
really
Just a
soft
in
rock.
the
Can we
microwave.
put googly eyes on the rock?
Nope.
His
Oh.
mind is literally just that one scene from SpongeBob with the milk tipping over onto the table.
Nope. It's violence.
That scene was kind of violent. They set everything on fire.
So, welcome back to a 20-sided podcast. We're here with our episode 6. We're back to D&D for a little bit.
Welcome to this
yeah.
discourse.
For those of you guys that stuck around for our Devil Within Me,
Our 8-hour stream.
our 8.5
hours.
hours stream the other day.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that for those of you that stuck around
Oh
most of
my
the time.
We played until 4 in the morning, Belle.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
god, y'all.
We just sat and played the full game.
Cause like we got to a good stopping point. Like we got three quarters done with the game, and
Yeah.
it was like 1:30 or something, and then we kind of
We're
just were like,
let's
we
keep on
could
going.
stick it out. I mean,
Yeah, there's like a
It's not
quarter of the game left, right?
yeah, it's not that
we were
long.
we were so close to a perfect ending. Then it was left up to a bunch of quick time events that
Oh
just
my
left two of us
God.
standing.
I would like to
Quick
start
time
my
event.
formal apology, YouTube style. I need a ukulele. I definitely was the reason for 2 of us dying, and I would like, yep, I acknowledge that, and I'm very sorry.
Yeah, your character wasn't that cool because he looked at the explosion.
I know.
Fatal flaw, really.
To be fair, I would have looked at the explosion in real life. I am not a walk away from an explosion cool guy. I want to see the fire.
And then you get a
La-
piece of shrapnel to the head.
Lane wasn't even given a second
Delicious.
chance. They're like,
I
oh,
was
you
given
fucked up.
one chance. That was the only quick time event that I'd even gotten, really.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the last one, and I
mean,
die.
You had a
All you
say
had to
at
do was
least in your character's demise.
See,
I
all you had
guess
to do
I
was
guess
push
you would
B
say
and
that
hit
you were
button.
stabbed in the back, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn, so I missed something, huh? That's crazy.
I also
you can
felt
catch
3
the full
stories.
8-hour stream on our Twitch VODs until Friday, and then it will be live on our YouTube as well.
You can sleep
So,
to it.
You
That's
can
a
fall
full night's
asleep
And
to
if you
it.
want to watch us play House of Ashes, the Skeleton Crew, as we've dubbed ourselves, did that as well. We did finish it, and it was a lot of fun. All of us survived. Well, actually, all of us except for one of Sebi's character, and the one who was the most innocent, honestly, of the group, got shot in the
Basically.
forehead. So
Fucking domed.
you should watch it to see who got shot in
Off-brand
the
Josh
forehead.
Hutchinson. Off-brand PETA.
Friend
LOL.
Peter.
So yeah, we had a little
Indeed.
bit of fun on a Friday playing that game. So you guys can feel free to check it out on YouTube and such.
Wait,
and we'll
Zach.
be sure to do some other ones here soon, I think. But I think at least in regards to the Dark Anthology series, we're gonna be waiting until the next one comes out, which is that space one, that 3080 or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
comes out, I believe, in September or November, and we're gonna be streaming that as well for you guys to see. But yeah, we'll probably play some other games or something like that as well.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I think it was a lot of fun. But shall we get into some normal stuff, some D&D?
Normal.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Ready when you are.
All right.
Hell
So,
yeah.
quick summary of last time in my traditional fashion.
30 minutes later.
Oh my god.
In the previous session of their thrilling adventure, our brave group found themselves waking in a serene forest clearing, just a few hours' walk from the Flourish Vine Grove, the hometown of Norzena. With the morning light filtering through the leaves, they gathered their belongings and set off on their journey once again. After a short while, the party was overjoyed to reunite with their compatriot, Stephen, who had gone missing for a brief period the night before. With Stephen back in their midst, their spirits lifted and they continued their trek towards through the verdant wilderness. As the sun began to descend towards the horizon, casting a warm glow over the landscape, the adventurers arrived at Norzena's house, a place filled with memories and familiarity. Here, they were warmly welcomed by Norzena's family, who greeted them as cherished friends. The comforting embrace of the home beckoned, and the party has gratefully accepted the invitation. The evening was filled with laughter, reminiscing, and the sharing of stories. Around a table adorned with a hearty feast. Jeez, I cannot talk still. Around a table adorned with a hearty feast, Vernon and Delia, Norzena's loved ones, listened intently to the adventurers regaled them with tales of the oracles of the elements. However, despite their best efforts... Huh?
So we regaled them. Oh my gosh.
Yes. However, despite their best efforts, the gravity of the situation and the dangers posed by the radical cult seemed lost on Vernon and Delia. They were unfamiliar with the name and remained oblivious to the looming threat. The party felt a pang of frustration, realizing that their hopes of gaining valuable information from Nozana's family have been dashed. Desperate for answers and need for supplies for the upcoming journey, the following day, Stephen and Gray ventured into the town for some shopping. Little did they know that fate had a surprise for them. What the hell? Little did they know that fate had a surprise in store for them. As they strolled through the bustling streets, a familiar face caught their attention. It was the girl from the Pocket Watches painting that they found a couple episodes prior. A connection sparked between them, and they quickly realized the significance of her presence. Gray rushed back to inform the rest of the party, while Stephen, driven by curiosity, decided to investigate further. Entering the girl's residence, Stephen's eyes fell upon a white cloak adorned with vibrant red, blue, green, and yellow accents. The colors hinted at a connection to Differus Pietros, the enigmatic leader of the Oracles of the Elements, who is also depicted in a painting alongside the girl. With each clue discovered, the gravity of the situation grew heavier, and the urgency to confront the cult intensified. The party swiftly gave chase to the girl, now alerted to Stephen's presence, determined to apprehend and learn the truth. The pursuit...
Well, yeah, the dog turned into a man. I'd be alerted, too.
Yeah. The pursuit brought them close, but the girl cursed their names and demanded to be left alone, escaping back to her house. Frustration and determination burned within the hearts of the adventurers, fueling their resolve to uncover the secrets that lay hidden within the shadows. As the night descended once more, the party gathered outside the girl's house, their minds filled with questions and renewed sense of purpose. They were on the precipice of unraveling a mystery that intertwined the lives with the enigmatic oracles of the elements. All they had to do was convince the girl to hear them out. And this is where we begin. So,
Boom, boom.
Well, we should leave her the fuck alone.
Do
what would you guys like to do?
This is the FBI. Kick down our door.
If I remember, I think the last thing that we were doing was we were all heading to different shops.
Yeah, I think I was going with Harmony to a shop, and Gray and Stephen were going to the weaponry to get his bowstring.
I was going to a clothing store.
Well,
Yes.
I was getting a bowstring,
going to
but
Ross.
I actually wanted to ask a question to the blacksmith or whatever, the weaponsmith or whoever that shop owner is.
Okay.
He goes,
So
why is
who
she
would-
doing in a weapon shop, bruh?
Oh, yeah. That's where y'all
Oh
found
yeah,
her.
that's right.
Done.
So,
Y'all
I
make
guess,
bullets?
does somebody want to volunteer to kind of go first, in this sense? Since we're kind of splitting up the party a little bit?
I'm just getting clothes so we could get that out of the way. I just want to get fun detective clothes.
Okay.
That's cute.
So
I'm going
you
full dork mode.
we'll start with you then. So
Alright.
you make your way into basically somebody's living room that was converted into a shop.
Okay.
You can see a elderly-ish man. He's an older elf essentially, standing behind a makeshift counter, and he kind of welcomes you into the room. He kind of gestures to the clothes and everything that are spraying about the living room on hangers and stuff. If you would like to take a look around.
I would like to.
So-
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Is there anything that you said you were looking for in particular? You mentioned that you were looking for detective clothing.
Yeah, just I'm basically gonna start living in a cosplay, more or less.
So
Or
are you
not-
wanting?
Of
Are
the
you
lump
essentially
sum.
looking for like, what's it called, like a trilby kind of thing, as well as a trench coat, or like?
Yes,
what do you?
I think
okay.
so. Or at least like the half trench coat thing, where it's like over the shoulders type beat.
Gotcha.
It's
okay.
like, I think I know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So you go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Okie dokie. Man.
So with a nat 1,
I die.
with a nat 1, you kind of get in there and you realize that you're alone in the store, and your brain kind of
What?
focuses. Well, not alone in the store, like, but
Yeah, look, I'm here.
party-wise.
I
Oh, you're
broke
there?
into someone's
No,
house.
I went with clothes shopping.
Huh?
I didn't hear you say
Huh?
that.
I thought we were going. I
you
thought we.
had property.
Yeah, I thought we were going to like a supply store.
Yeah,
After
because you did say
they
you
do
had to
their
count
thing.
stuff.
I wanted to join for the clothes shopping and then go to the supply store. Sorry, I should have been more clear. I thought I said that last session. Apologies.
I just imagine
Oh.
Harmony walking in and being like, I'm not supposed to be here.
So it's not
This
a
isn't in
canon
the
event.
script.
So
Yeah.
you are kind of like shuffling through the racks and everything, and you don't really find exactly what you're looking for, but you do find a thong that has little like hearts on it. And you do
I'm-
find a like a pair of jeans, but
A
they're like
medieval thong.
pretty.
Jeans?
They're like medieval style jeans, so like patchwork kind
Wait.
of pants.
That's fucking hilarious. I need
John.
jeans.
Jean
I-
thong.
I don't want
A
jongs.
jonk. A
Not
jonk.
fetch.
I rolled to find the jonk. I'm kidding.
No.
So what would you like to do?
Man, I didn't find anything. Shit. I guess I could also just like ask the guy.
The man. The myth. The legend.
I
Yeah,
mean, go ahead
Mr.
if you want to ask.
John
Cena! Sir? Hello, sir?
Can I help you out with something? He kind of like
Yes.
looks over at you, and then you can see that he's a little bit drowsier, but he's attending you at least, you know.
How kind. Yes, I was wondering, oh, how do I phrase this? Do you have, like, detective clothes?
Detective clothes.
Yeah, like something that would match with this, and I just hold up the little... I keep
Gotcha.
wanting to call it a
Magnifying glass?
monocle. Yeah, it's not a monocle. It's...
Pulls out the thong by
Hmm.
accident. My bad.
God, no. No, I don't want
Doesn't
it!
it match this? Winky
Yeah,
look
Not
at you.
your
come
journal
fuss
by
and
accident with all
detective
your
way.
pictures.
We
Oh my
might
God,
have
no.
something over here. I'm not too sure. And then he goes over to basically the rack on the opposite side of the room that you're looking at, and he kind of shuffles through it a little bit. He's able to, or he finds a kind of like a leather jacket, but it's not really like the trench coat kind of style that you're looking for. But it's close enough. Like it's essentially like you cut off the trench part of the coat, and it's just a leather jacket.
Fair.
It's a track it.
It's a tracker.
Yellow
It's a
leather.
track
A
it.
trench coat jacket. Track it.
I could do that. I think I would like a hat as well. Okay. Do you have like the kind of matching hat thing? Those are really my main two items, I guess.
he kind of shuffles through another bin that's kind of like underneath it, and you can see that it's filled with like shoes and hats and necklaces, that kind of thing. And
I mean,
he
Goodwill.
pulls out a trilby for you as well. You were able to get the trilby at least.
We love a
Let's
good
go!
meal.
Okay, I want to buy the trilby and jeans.
All right. So he brings those over to the counter and then kind of takes out a massive ledger and slams it on the table. And then he's like, all right.
$3,000.
Yeah,
5
right.
gold pieces?
How much is the trilby itself?
2 gold pieces.
I turn to Harmony and I go, should I get the jeans?
No.
Oh.
You have really good pants, and they would distract from your awesome new hat.
You're right. Just
Plus,
the
you might
trilby.
need the gold, to sleep somewhere later.
That is
Yeah,
true.
that's a good point.
I'm just like helping. I'm like, okay, so the way savings work, and I just start trying to teach how currency works to Modus, so they don't accidentally spend all their gold on silly things in the future
Yeah.
if I'm not there.
Yeah, she pulls out
But
like a
the
little
jeans
piggy.
aren't- okay,
This is how you
so I'd say-
balance a checkbook.
Yeah, right.
it's like
Them
you see this
savvy
hat,
characters
something you
comes
want
in.
desperately. This is your goal. But if you walk into a store and you buy something that wasn't your goal, that's extra money you didn't need to lose. So what you do is you stick to what you're going through. If you go to the store, don't look in the snack aisle. Go straight for the milk.
You're right. I don't want milk. I'll just have the trilby hat, please.
It'll be 2 gold pieces.
Hand him 2 gold pieces.
All right, and then he gives you the trilby hat.
Let's
I
find.
did none of that. in a
Is there
Southern
anything I can
accent.
help you guys out with?
Yes. Hi. I'm looking for. So I've recently had we'll call it a change of heart. I'm wearing, and I'm like looking at my outfit. It's like grays and greens and browns. I'm like, do you have anything? So you can see I'm wearing like it's like sort of like a vest top with like little things. That's like a corset vest top over a blouse that's long sleeved. I'm like, do you have like a blouse with a little more like oranges and yellows and like sunset colors?
I believe we have what you're looking for. If you'd like to go ahead and roll perception with advantage, because he's also looking around a little bit.
Alright, just give me a second to scroll down to that.
I don't want
Alright.
the milk.
The first one was a dirty 20, so that's awesome. I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you find a nice blouse that kind of has like a it's a yellow blouse with a kind of like an orangish what's it called, a corset kind of thing, and then the
Well, I don't
it
like
kind
the
of
corset. I only care about the sleeves.
okay,
'Cause that's
it's
the only thing you're gonna be able to see.
it's kind of like an amber yellow shirt, essentially, like an amber yellow blouse.
Is there any way, you have it so it's an amber shirt? An amber. I'm thinking of the thing that like mosquitoes get encased in and stuff, right? That's amber. That's the
Yes.
color. Okay. Sometimes we get the rocks and like the stuff, gem spec stuff. So that's a really good yellow. I think. Do you have any tips on how I can maybe make like how the sunset changes colors and it's like an orange to yellow? How I can like somehow find
Like
something
a hue.
to dye. Yeah, hue to like dye the edges, like to make it like the amber going into like a more orangey around the sleeves, like a more burnt orange around the sleeves.
Well, see, if I tell you that, my wife might be out of a job.
Well, how much would it cost to be assisted with this process, including
I
the shirt?
She could do it for you for if you wanted to buy the shirt. The shirt would be 3 gold pieces, and then the process would be an additional 3 gold pieces.
I'm gonna lean over to Modus and be like, "This is a milk situation, huh?"
I think
And I'm gonna lean over. I think I'm just gonna stick with the shirt and see if I can
Alrighty.
figure it out later.
So he
And I'm gonna go ahead and purchase the gold. I mean, the
Alright.
shirt for 3 gold.
he swipes the gold from you and gives you
Purchase
the
the gold.
t-shirt. So there you
Alright.
go.
Do you have a changing room?
Yes, right around the corner over there. And he
Alright, I'm
gestures to the
so
back end
sorry
of
to
the
put
living room.
work on you, Zach, but in the future, do you think we could change the sleeves of my character to be that burnt orange underneath her corset?
I can attempt to, yes.
Thank you. But yeah, no, so she comes out and she's gonna... How much can I sell my old shirt to you for?
We don't do returns or sales or anything like that. It's just a selling store.
I understood. And she's gonna fold up her shirt and put it in like, you know how like her backpack's housing her wings? The front pouches are real. So she's gonna put it in shove it in a little front pouch. And you're like, thank you for your time. And
Of course.
that's all I have to do.
All right. So do you guys head out from the clothing store?
I think I want to
Yes.
join Narzana.
Okay.
With because I have the list of all the things we need from doing inventory.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also, I know we were saying trilby hat, but I think it's a different type of hat that detectives wear, or at least like the Sherlock type.
Like a po' boy hat or something.
Yeah, it's called
think-
it's called a deer stalker.
Fucking what?
Oh dear.
That is a
Lotus
badass name
deer,
for a
deer
hat, though.
stalker.
Yeah, that's a sick name, but yeah, it's like the. Here, let me send
Oh,
a photo of
that-
this Party City.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
No, where
Yeah.
are we saying oh to?
If you just Google deer stalker hat, that's essentially
I'm trying
what she
to
wanted
see
to
where
buy.
Lane sent it.
Here, I'm sending one now. Goals. I'm sending a photo of somebody in like a
So
Sherlock
you got
costume.
the trilby. You got the trilby,
Oh,
but if you
that
wanted
hat.
to, you did see a
What's a
deer
trilby?
stalker hat,
Oh.
but it'll be like
That's a-
300 gold pieces.
What?
Yeah, I want to be a bad
300.
DM now.
What the hell?
Now you can get
I
a deer stalker
light
instead
the
if you want
store
to.
on fire. Okay.
I light it on
Why
fire.
does it look so ugly?
You.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like the
Sorry.
PT
Sorry.
Cruiser
I was-
hats.
I mean, it's brown plaid, but just brown plaid, nothing to tone it down.
Yeah.
That's the way to go.
So
Maybe
you
if
guys,
it was like if I could dye everything like bright blue and have that on, so it's the inverse. I
so
don't know.
you
That'd be
guys
fun.
grab your stuff and head on over to Norzana in the general store.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright,
Got
so
my new shirt
we're
on,
going
got some new
to-
digs.
We are going to go ahead and cut over to Sebi and Belle then, since you guys are kind of like in the transition period at least.
Mm.
So, you guys were mentioning you wanted to go to the blacksmith or the weapons store first.
The store that we ran into the lady with.
It was
Okay.
the weapon store, wasn't
That
it?
would be the weapons store, yes. So,
That
you
place.
guys enter on in, and
Yeah.
it's a proper store. You walk in, and about 10-15 feet in front of you is the kind of like the front counter kind of thing. And then surrounding the walls all around you, you can see sets of armor. You can see like swords and bows and axes, and everything's kind of like scattering the walls around you. And then behind the counter, you can see some other more like ordained kind of weaponry. Like you can see shimmering blades. You can see you can see swords that definitely appear to have some like magic imbued into them. And then you can see one sword that is definitely locked behind a cage in like the back right hand corner of the store.
It was a bad sword. Bad sword gets in timeout.
So what would you guys like to do?
Are you wanting to get anything great right now? Before
Yeah,
I
I'm
destroy
good.
this place?
Didn't you need your arrows or something?
Oh, I needed a restring. I need some. I need
Yeah.
a restring. So I need to restring my bow.
So
I mean,
use,
Modus almost bought a G-string.
I should have bought it
He
for you.
should've. He should have. It would have been
Damn.
funny.
What a
So
kind
you
gift.
you walk up to the front counter and do you just present your
As
bow,
poison
or what would you like to do?
damage. I'll ask if he has any bowstrings, or
Okay.
ask he or she. if he has any
So you walk up to the counter and you can see a male dwarf kind of standing behind the counter, definitely on some sort of stepping stool.
bowstrings. Charlie.
It's not Charlie.
That-
You kind of place your bow down on the counter and he says, or he kind of takes it over, does like a little, he inspects it kind of thing, and he looks at you and says, "It seems that you're in need of a new bowstring, correct? Is there anything else that you need, or is it just that?"
Here, wait. One moment. I'm trying to see if I speak Dwarvish and see if I can just like butter him up. Be like, yeah.
Croissant. Like a
Pretty sure I
croissant.
have Dwarvish. I don't know why it's not popping up though.
Also, Sebi,
Butter
yeah,
it
I
looks
get
like
it. Dwarvish.
Yeah.
your camera is when you were looking at your computer, your camera is tilted just high enough to just have your eyes and forehead over the little sign.
He's
So-
searching.
You don't speak Dwarvish, or you do
I
speak
do,
Dwarvish?
I do speak Dwarvish. So
Okay.
I'd talk to him in Dwarvish and just be like, yes, I do need a bowstring.
So he kind of like he's kind of taken back a little bit, not taken back, but like he's kind of surprised in a way, and he looks over at you and says, "You need to work on your accent." And this is all in Dwarvish. He's like, "You need to work on your accent a little bit, but it's nice to hear my native tongue around here. So just the bowstring, that'll be 5 silver, and I could repair it right now for you."
Perfect. I'll hand him over the 5 silver, and then I would like to ask him another question. Just be like, you said 5 silver?
Yes.
That gets rid of all my silver, thank God.
So you hand him over the 5
Oh.
silver. He kind of rummages underneath the counter and then grabs your bow, and then kind of like hastily retightens the bowstring for you, puts an arrow in there, and then knocks it back to see if it has its full strength, and then he hands it back to you.
Ricochets.
Get
Shoots
shot
you in the
foot.
forehead.
He's like, "You're all set. That'll last you a while longer."
Thank you. I have a question for you. A lady came by not long ago. Just wanted to know if she was purchasing anything.
Oh, you're talking about the one a couple hours ago?
Yes.
Yes.
He
If
said
I
two
remember,
customers,
if
you
I
and
remember
the-
right,
this lady.
she bought a small pocket knife, like a small blade to keep with her.
Fair.
Can I recall? Did she use this to like cut or like use for like cooking or something?
Yeah, you can go and make a history check if you wanted to.
You should be like, oh, she did have a knife.
Oh, a knife, my weakness.
Oh no.
The one
My
good
only
Andrew
weakness,
Garfield line I truly
bullets.
loved.
I definitely don't remember shit, probably.
Yeah, so
Oh
with
my
that
God.
8, you try to remember to see if you saw her with a pocket knife of any kind, but you don't really recall her using anything in self-defense in that way. You definitely do remember her having like a kitchen knife kind of thing, like as I mentioned last time. She was kind of preparing food and stuff in the kitchen. So you definitely do remember her
you chased
using a
yourself out
knife.
before you could even eat with her.
You already gave me water.
So,
Okay. No, that's all the questions I had. I thank you.
oh, cool.
And I'll give them. I don't have much on me, but I'll give them like 10 copper pieces. Be like, thanks for the info.
Much appreciated, mate. Thank you so much. And then he gestures back to Gray. Are you needing of anything, lass?
No, I'm okay. Thank you, though.
No problem. If you guys don't need anything, I'm gonna get back to my work.
No problem.
And then he kind of goes back to he's basically kind of taking inventory, so he also has a pretty decent sized ledger, and he's like walking by the shelves and counting and writing stuff down. Is there anything else you guys
So
would like to
can't
do
steal anything.
in the shop?
Actually, now that you mention it, I look at the sword that's in the bad case.
Okay. So you
curious.
you
Jordan,
look at
time
the
out.
sword, and it's a kind of like a dark obsidian kind of blade, and you can see a single red gemstone that's kind of like in the center of the handguard of the sword. And you try to take a quick look at the sword to kind of give it the once over, and you can kind of feel your eyes lock into the gemstone, and you kind of get tunnel vision around you, and you can essentially hear whispers and that kind of stuff kind of encapsulating your mental state as you kind of feel yourself getting brought closer to the sword itself. And then you're just quickly like you blink suddenly, and then you kind of shake back a little bit.
Shit, this thing trying to make out with me. Fuck.
We in the business call that a red flag.
In the business.
In the business.
Can I call out to the dwarf and just ask him what?
Why did I just
what
wanna
is
kiss this sword?
Oh,
is
that
this
one.
item?
And then he gestures to the one in the cage.
Yes.
That. Yes.
Exactly.
Uh,
Yes.
That right there is the sword of one of the demon kings. From about 7,000 years ago. Quite powerful thing. Some say that it took down kingdoms. Some say that it killed millions of people, but yada yada yada. Luckily,
I'll
I
give
got
you
my hands
5
on it
gold
because I'm
for
good
it.
at gambling.
Holy moly.
Oh, you want this in the game of cards or
course I
chess
do.
or dragon? Oh.
Do people gamble on chess?
Yeah. we'll gamble on
I've
it,
never
okay.
heard of that.
You can
kinda
gamble
funny.
on anything.
Yeah.
I never thought about it.
Oh.
I bet someone's gambled at playing Yu-Gi-Oh before.
Yeah.
100% people have.
100.
I've never thought about
Okay.
it. Sorry. Side note.
Really funny.
Are you
Very
interested in
dangerous
it?
sword.
How
I mean, how much is it?
10,000 gold pieces.
I was gonna
I lost my house playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's
ask.
fucking.
Damn.
Yeah.
Quite
That's
firm on
right.
the price, but if you wanted to, you can try to beat me in cards for it sometime. But not today.
Deal.
Today is
Not
work
yet.
day.
Some other
That's
time.
pretty
Yeah.
Of
I'll
course.
probably take you up on that time.
Is there anything else I can help you guys out with?
The last thing
Oh.
Sebby needs.
Kind of just like touches glass.
Oh my.
I'll
God.
miss you.
So you guys make your way out of the weapon shop, and then are you guys wanting to go to the blacksmith still, or did you guys want to try to meet up with the rest of the group?
I'm down to go to the blacksmith.
Okay. So you make your way to the blacksmiths, and then in the transition, we'll cut back over to the other side of the group. So you guys make your way
Oh my gosh, that's
into
me.
the general store. You can see, or you enter, and you can kind of see there's a couple of food stalls. There's a couple of just like miscellaneous items and stuff stored across different shelves. You can kind of see that's not really organized besides the food area. But you can kind of just take a couple minutes to kind of search around for things that you guys would need. And yeah, it's not really too crowded in here. You can see one person kind of standing behind one of the clerk like checkout counters closer to the entrance. But yeah, that's basically it. I want to
I'm
say
just
it's like
gonna go down
half
the
the
list.
size of a Walgreens if you wanted to get like a perspective of size kind of thing.
Oh, it's tiny.
Yeah.
Little big guy. So I think I would go ahead. Well, I mean, it's about the same size as a CVS, if that helps.
I haven't been either in a little while, Angie. So I don't know.
Well, that's too damn bad. Oh, so it'd be the size of the tavern we go to, like in real life.
Oh, okay, that's a
Yeah.
good reference. Good
Would
You
that
can
be
go
about the
back
size?
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh?
We haven't been there in a while.
Yeah.
Go back.
wait.
We went from being
See.
regulars to never going.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
the actual
man.
tavern, Robert.
I want to go
But
there.
I think I would just start going down the list with Narzana and Modus and be like, okay, so we still think we need to travel about this far for this long and this far for this long, and we probably could get stopped at this point, and that's when we can get more supplies for this. And I'm just like going through the math, making sure we're fed, we have everything we need, we're not gonna like die of thirst somewhere, just making sure we have all the basics.
It'd be kind of funny if we did though.
Yeah, you guys all
You know,
get
like
dysentery.
unpolluted streams.
Yeah.
Oh my.
We're playing the
Probably-
Oregon Trail, actually.
Mhm.
We'll probably
Not
die
again.
of
Oh.
we'll probably die of Sebi first for being thirst.
You guys
Nah,
are literally
that's
just
true.
like walking around normally, and then all of a sudden I just say, "Oh, by the way, Norzana, you collapse on the ground and shit yourself to death."
Yeah, right? Like
Dysentery?
that water you had
Yeah.
earlier wasn't very good.
Hmm.
Oh my god. You die of dysentery.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So,
Oh my
what would
All
you
the
guys like to
corn
look
she
for?
ate.
I already told you what I'm doing.
Grocery shopping.
Grocery chef.
Okay, so
So say-
I'll go
yeah,
ahead
I'm just
and
staying
have-
next
say-
to her.
Looking for rations and any
I'm teaching Modus how expensive items should be, and like how to properly like make a budget for like grocery shopping and shit.
Yeah.
I want Modus to be able to take care of himself someday financially, and know what
Yeah.
things are.
So
Oh,
you
sure.
guys grab one of the kind of like wooden trolleys at the front of the store, and you guys kind of make your way down the aisles. Go ahead and each make a perception check to kind of find stuff that you guys have written on your little shopping list.
I have +4 in perception. Please, God, let it work for once.
Where the fuck are my skills? There we are.
No!
Oops.
12.
Modus is very distracting.
Yeah,
I got an 8.
I'm very
I think. No, I got
distracted.
an 11.
Give me a second.
I have a +4 to fucking perception, and it never helps. Because any perception roll is bad.
10.
So with a 11 or a 10, 11, and 12, you guys, like, it takes you a while, but you're able to get most of the things on your list. I'd say that you don't have like a water refilling kind of thing for each of your water skins, but you guys are able to find a couple of rations. You're able to find some you know, like generic kind of things that you need, some like spell component things. You're able to restock your toolkits and your like thieves tools, that kind of thing.
And I try to find doggy treats.
Yeah,
What?
you can take a look around in the pet area for them.
Gee.
So you there's like a small like
Oh.
scattered around
Okay,
pet
Robert.
area kind of thing.
I
And you can
forgot.
see you find a small bin of essentially like it's a small bin that says homemade dog treats or homemade animal treats, and then it has like an ingredients thing. It's like peanut butter and like flour, that kind of thing, like homemade dog treats kind of thing.
That's insane.
How
Completely
much
fucking
are the
forgot.
dog treats?
There's like a tiny little handwritten price tag on there, and it says like 4 for 3 copper, or 4 for 4 copper.
I think I'm gonna just buy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it for in case of emergencies. Like if Sebi like goes full dog and doesn't know who he is, we can at least lure him back.
I don't think that's how that
We don't know.
I know.
We don't know how it works.
That's crazy.
And
Yeah,
Harmony's trying to think ahead.
That's really funny.
So-
I can't wait for you to show this to Steven.
Yeah.
I will not be showing Steven. I'm buying this for Harmony on the side for emergency reasons.
So,
Little do you know, that's probably gonna
Would you
provoke
guys
me
like
even
to look for
more.
anything else here, or is this gonna be the remainder of the
do they-
things that you guys would like to get?
Oh my.
Do they have fish supplies? Just a sec.
Fish supplies? I mean, you don't really have like aquariums and that kind of thing during this time, but you do find like bait and that kind of thing. So you find like some worms, and you find you know, fishing equipment kind of thing, but you don't really find like fish pet stuff.
Oh, okay. Damn. That's fine.
Cool.
You-
Anything else you guys would
that-
like to do?
Will they have anything like for, making teas or anything?
Yeah, there's definitely a whole lot of stuff like that. There's like a
Ah.
whole lot of coffee making stuff, whole lot of tea making stuff. There's like whole like kits. There's just the like bags of tea, that whole thing.
I think I'm gonna get like some supplies for making tea and all that.
Okay. Are you getting like a
I'm so
full
tired of
tea
Harmony's
kit, or are you
berry
wanting to
tea.
get like are you wanting to
yeah.
get like a full proper tea kit? So like kettle, 4 cups, and then it has like a little dish that you can put over a campfire to kind of boil.
Yeah. I'm going.
Okay.
Well, I'm actually
So
thinking of
delayed.
having. I'm actually thinking of having all this stuff because I have tea. I like making tea for myself at night to help me sleep.
There you go.
Have
I just
and
drink Red
having.
Sleep
I
is for
can't-
the weak.
I would, but my heart can't take it.
True.
So,
False.
is there anything else you guys would like to try to find in here?
Think so.
All right. So,
I'm happy.
Nothing
okay.
comes to
So
mind.
you guys take your little wooden trolley, and you bring everything over to the counter, and you can see a teenage elf kind of like standing behind the counter, very not much
He's got
wanting to be
stuff-
there.
He's got the. He has like the horrible little like barely pubescent mustache and acne. And,
Exactly.
Like little buck
He
suit that sometimes
definitely-
give the characters.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
love it.
definitely is working here because his parents wanted him to get out of the house a little bit. So he takes your cart kind of behind the counter, takes out his wand, and kind of like brings everything over the counter to kind of keep track of everything that you guys have purchased. And
It's a wand only for moving groceries.
yeah, basically. So he puts everything on the counter, and then kind of with his wand kind of makes a pathway for all of the things to kind of go across the counter back into your cart. And
Nice.
he kind of totals everything up. Is this going to be all together, all 3 of you guys, or are you guys wanting to split it evenly?
I think we're splitting it evenly.
Okay. Give me a second.
I feel like
I'm
we
not
also
good at
should have
math.
had the other two because the rations are for everyone. So, oh well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my
And then
God.
he takes out his little notepad, and then he kind of like writes some stuff down there. Okay. Shit.
Do y'all have coupons?
Now's the chance to steal.
What?
Oh,
Do y'all
Go
have
steal,
coupons?
guys.
none of us are
No.
rogues.
Yeah, you should have
Oh.
brought me with you.
It'll be
You know,
7 gold each.
I had that same
Each?
thought about the sword last second when we went to the blacksmith shop.
To steal it?
Not to steal the big ass sword. Oh, yeah, I was gonna go. I could distract the dwarf. But I was like,
Oh
nah.
yeah,
Distract.
could have. Could
Uh,
Hey, my guy.
Mm.
We could go back.
No.
You guys got a lot of stuff, man.
Just imagine walking up to a cashier and going, "How about no?"
I mean, you
Yeah,
guys gotta pay for it, man.
Phone a friend.
I'm gonna turn to Narzana. Do you think you're ever gonna come back to this town?
It is my
Do people know who
home-
you are?
Do you guys
This
not have
is-
enough money?
Harmony. This is my
Don't say-
hometown.
That really sucks.
Not anymore.
And you seen how small it kind of is?
Yeah, Norzana, you definitely recognize this guy. You guys aren't really the
What's
same
your-
age. You're like 10 years older than him, but you've definitely like
I'm gonna
seen
turn to
him
the
around when
teenager.
you were a kid.
You
I'm gonna turn to the
babysat him.
teenager. Excuse me. Where's your nearest farmland?
Hold on. What are you about
Huh?
to do?
She's turning
What-
herself in as the corn and the cob thief.
Oh no, we're gonna.
It's like
we
about-
don't need a prison break.
like a
We don't need
2-hour
a prison.
walk just outside of town to the east.
Okay, thank you. And she leaves the store.
You
With
guys gotta
or
pay for
without it?
this.
I'm not taking any of the stuff. I'm leaving it.
Okay, but I don't think he's gonna do anything. He doesn't
Uh,
care. He
I-
hates his
I-
job.
I could cover one other person on this.
Harmony's walked out. She's like, "This is why I steal from fields.
I would've
This is
taken
why I'm the
it.
corn nabber. Why are groceries so expensive in this economy?" And this is like in her head
Yeah.
voice.
I will say,
You
like,
can- her
kind of
eyes
like
are-
meta-wise, if you guys did want to spend the 7 gold each, then you would be paying for everything that you would need until you go, like, kind of back to Toria. So, like, this is gonna cover pretty much everything that you need, from food to
I
necessities
don't have 7
to.
gold.
You could always put some of the stuff back.
I'm just wondering, how do you not have enough money? You had more than me.
No,
All right.
I had 9 gold before I bought the shirt.
You want to know how much I had?
How much you got?
3 gold.
What?
I'm the
I-
poorest person here.
Somehow I
Remember,
have
we bought all
12.
that stuff.
I don't know
I
if
got
that's
spy
right.
gold
Well, I still
glass and shit.
I have
I
8
sl-
gold.
I still have a good bit of mine. I could cover Harmony's part.
I don't think I've paid.
So
that.
Harmony's
I
just
don't think I've
frustrated with
bought
the economy. He
anything.
goes, this is the reason why we always distribute what we made. We always put the power to the workers. This is why. And she's just like, why are
Can I,
groceries
like-
so expensive?
I,
Already
like,
processed. I could
accidentally-
just go dry some corn. I know
How-
how to
Can I,
make some good ass jerky.
How much was the tea set and all that?
The tea set rang up for 2 gold pieces.
That was the least of your worries.
Can I like accidentally take something with me?
No.
Can
no,
you accidentally take something with you?
Yeah, I'm like 2.
Not again.
Yeah, but how do you,
I accidentally stole as a child. So.
Can-
Like,
like
at least
this.
DM wise, how would I have you accidentally
I don't
take
fucking
something?
know. I don't know. I'm trying to like. I'm like, we need stuff,
Like,
but I can't
you
process
roll
my
if
character
you
stealing
intend to
something
do
on purpose.
something.
Yeah,
It's like-
exactly.
It's like
I was
Bell
like-
the Dagger all over again.
Yes, I remember the good old days.
So
Oh
if you
my
wanted
God.
to accidentally
When
take
you grab
something,
someone's ass
I'd
trying
say
to steal
that
from
like
them.
Wink.
roll with disadvantage, and then I'll decide if it happens or not. Like it's just a
Yeah,
random DC.
I don't know.
really- I don't know how you would accidentally steal something.
I don't know either. Like within rolls, I don't
don't.
know. Within rolling, I don't know how it would work. I know people like in real life it happens all the time, but I don't know how to.
Whoops! I
We don't-
accidentally took your balls. I don't
We
know.
don't need another accidental
Raggy, no.
klepto. We don't need another
Are you guys-
accidental klepto.
Are you guys getting this stuff?
I
Isn't
don't
it
I
know
really
really
the
don't feel
line
like putting it
behind
back,
y'all?
man.
What was that, Gray?
Is there a line behind them, like building up?
There's like there's a couple other people shopping, and there's like one guy that's kind of getting ready to check out, but he's kind of like making his way to the counter at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys gonna buy this stuff?
How much are you able to put down, Modus? Fuck.
I, who the hell are you talking to?
Sorry. Steven's
Hey,
made this
man.
very confusing.
It's just grocery shopping. You don't gotta cry, man.
Who's crying?
I cry and run out of the store.
No!
So that'll be 21 gold.
You fucks. You fucks.
I don't know how to deal with this social situation. I'm not about to spend 7 out of my 8 gold.
I'm gonna steal from
Actually,
the nearby
21.
farms. And I'm gonna ask
If
Steven to help me like hunt, and we're gonna make some jerky.
I put back the rations, how much would that take down?
The
You
rations
put-
are the only important part.
If you put back all the rations, and then you kind of like put his wand back over the counter, in total, bring it down to 13 gold pieces.
Hey, what was everything else?
Like I said, you kind of like upped all of your tools to get back to their full efficiency. You got the tea stuff, then you also got just kind of like miscellaneous stuff to kind of help you throughout the journey.
Why would I do that?
Because
I'm
you
gonna
said you.
say that Narzana was the one who got all that, because Harmony's a bare minimum gal.
Okay, so we have like the small stuff for spell components, the tea set. And what tools can we keep? What tools can we leave without? Fuck.
Just still
Smells
it.
like something smells like it's burning in my house.
That's
We
not good.
didn't start the fire.
Hey,
It
well-
For
was
least
the
you know
burn,
that we're on the
world
stream, we have an
burn.
alibi.
I
Did you say we have an alibi?
Are you saying one of us killed her?
Yeah. What the?
Yes.
my dad just came in and started telling me about. Oh, did you hear a cat?
Oh my!
and-
What all?
on fire, baby.
What all? Oh my God! What all tools do we have down? On a
You don't really have like a full tool set. But you do have like some what's it called, ball bearings. You have some extra lock picks. You have kind of like the smaller things that you can use to kind of get past and do some things.
we ha What's more important, ball bearings or lock picks? I'm trying to.
Lock.
Yeah,
I
you're
think
holding up the
lock
line.
picks.
Stole it.
Let's say you kind of push a brush away the lock, push back the lock, not the ball bearings, keep the lock picks.
Yeah,
Ball
because ball
components.
bearings, we can just throw shit on the floor.
Yeah.
Legos.
Yeah, how much are Legos compared to ball bearings?
Dude, don't even get me started on Lego prices in D&D. Shit'll skyrocket.
Actually, wait, no, not Legos. Then like I don't know, duplex.
Lincoln Logs.
Duplex is Lego.
Lincoln,
like the
dude.
Lincoln Logs.
Belle, you
Yep.
just unlocked
Let's
like
go.
grandparents' house memories for me.
Oh my.
It's yeah, I never had it
How
in my
much-
house. It's
Fucking
only Nanny's
love
house.
Lincoln
Yeah,
Logs.
I
It's only my
only had
grandparents
Link-
as well.
Dude, I had
Oh, man.
kinetics here, but those give me PTSD.
Hey. Why?
Did you eat them?
Yeah, I ate the magnetic balls in kinetics.
Ooh.
Oh, I remember
Wow.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Oh,
Because I was
no.
3.
Oh yeah, that is.
So
funny.
how
Did you
much?
just call
how
me
much
weak?
are you-
So-
Mr. DM.
Hey, they didn't stick together in his organs though. He was fine.
That is true. I'm
That's
Mr.
fine.
DM.
good.
Yes.
How much does that knock down?
That'll knock you down to a total of 10 gold. If you have like the tea set, you have like, the bare
components.
necessities, 10 gold.
Yeah, the tea set, the components, and the lockpicks instead of the ball bearings.
Yeah.
So.
Can we canonically Venmo her?
That'd be kind of funny.
Okay,
You could
so
just,
yeah,
since you're standing right next to each other and have physical currency.
No.
You could just.
They both said they both ran out. I am by myself now.
Oh, okay.
I didn't run out. I walked out ranting, talking with my hands about the economy.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
I panicked and ran out.
No, yeah, Harmony walked out and said, I asked Mortis how much they can contribute, and then they cried and ran out.
I've never purchased before in such a capacity. I've bought a hat and a magnifying glass.
Alright, I still have
I want to be canonically outside ranting to Modus and being like, this is the reason why my family did the things the way they did.
Okay, so, okay.
No wonder we grew our own groceries. This is bullshit.
Okay. I have 2 silver. Oh yeah, sorry, I do have 2 silver. But no, okay, yeah, I'll give him the 10 gold.
Okay. So, you give him the 10 gold. He kind of, not like bags everything up, but actually, yeah, he'll put it in all like a leather sack for you and then hand that over to you and say, thank you for shopping. You have a wonderful day.
Sorry
and
about this.
as you exit the store, you guys are all kind of like all 3 standing out there. Harmony, you kind of get a feeling kind of like wash over you in a way, and you can kind of feel yourself getting like pulled within yourself in a way, and you two can see Harmony's pupils kind of like slowly dilate and get a little bit bigger. You can see the gray become yeah, if you see her eyes kind of like get a lighter shade of black as they kind of become glassed over. And I'm gonna have everyone besides Angie deafen themselves for me.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm getting a scene!
She hates grocery shopping so much that she fully dissociated afterwards.
Basically.
Me in real life.
Yeah, same.
Both of you guys
Like,
left
why
me.
is the economy? Doritos should not be this expensive.
So, with everyone now deafened, Angie.
Oh my gosh, hey. What is up, my guy?
You feel yourself kind of get pulled within, and you are essentially pulled within your own head. Like, you can see your vision kind of get pulled back through your eyelids into your brain, and then now you're standing within your head. And you can kind of get the feeling that you're your own self-conscious at the moment. And walking up behind you... It does echo. So, walking up behind you, you hear, like, some shoes kind of, like, that kind of thing walking over to you. And the person that's walking kind of goes, Harmony, how you didn't even cut a deal. And then you turn around and you can see the face of Thomas McDeals standing there, kind of just with his arms crossed, but one of them's up, kind of tweezing his mustache a little bit.
I have never had to make a deal with anyone in my life, sir.
I'm quite disappointed in you, I must say.
I'm quite disappointed in the prices of the average grocery store. How is anyone supposed to feed their family?
Well, that's why you cut a deal. That's the benefit of what we have here.
He isn't the owner of that store. He doesn't get to do that.
It's fine. Everyone has the ability to cut a deal when they need to. Silly. You have much to learn. Much to learn. Much to learn. Your shirt? Oh, yes! I'm liking the color on you. It looks very nice. Looks very nice indeed. Yes, yes.
Thank you.
So, for future
How do I
reference,
cut a deal with a teenage boy who doesn't own the store?
say that you'll pay for some of it, and then make a deal. It's quite simple.
Robert just tried to kill his cat. I'm sorry. I feel like you and I need a signal. Something that will give me... I just need a little assistance when it comes to the whirling and twirling, because I know how to make and do a lot of things on my own, and I'm not used to needing to make deals to get what I need.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's why you have me.
The idea of making deals to get what I want.
Yes.
I just might need some assistance.
Well, here's our little knuffle at least. You see, I've chosen you because I see potential in you, and if I show you how to do things, then you may not want to. You may not take things as learning, but instead as me just telling you how to do things. You understand? You must learn through your own mistakes in order to get to my level, at least.
Okay.
So,
Do I need
Are
to
you
go
going-
beat up that teenager?
no, you do not need to resort to violence, only if they become belligerent. But they won't do that. If you were to, let's just say, haggle a little bit, or put up a little bit of collateral, or, I don't know, offer some sort of service, maybe he'll, put up a little something of his own. But that's just my opinion, at least. I
think
know
I'd
the
just want
art of the
Rosanna
deal,
to
at
pay all that
least.
money. Did Narzana ever end up getting that tea set?
Yes, she did.
Hmm.
But that won't matter.
So what's my step forward?
For future reference, just learn to haggle. You need to persuade to get your own way over the salesperson, at least. You need to try to get what you want out of it, you know? I see potential in you, and so far, she's been a little bit disappointing, I'm not gonna lie.
I feel very disappointed.
I'm not gonna punish you this time. I don't want to be rude or anything, but just know that if something like this were to happen again, I may or may not influence some things in my favor. Because that was the deal that we had originally. Am I wrong in saying so?
You are not wrong.
So, is this a lesson well learned then?
She licks her fangs. Would you like me to deal with the intent of being charismatic or being intimidating?
Well, that all goes to the art of the user, you know? I mean, every salesperson has their own flair that they put on their services, yes? Just know
I
that you're
feel
cutting a
I've been
deal, not just beating the shit out of anyone that gets in your way. You understand?
I understand.
Perfect.
Okay.
Now,
How
off
often?
you go.
How long? Wait, before I go back,
Hmm?
how long will it have been instantaneous to them when I get back, or like, will I've just been standing here in my own brain for like 5 minutes?
You would be just standing there in your own brain for about 5 minutes.
That okay? Please don't do this if we're in combat.
What was the fun in that? And then he snaps his fingers, and you can feel yourself getting dragged out of your body back into your own body. And now you're back in the flesh. So now everyone can put their headphones back on.
Hello?
Hello!
I'm in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
What did you do?
I didn't. Apparently, everything wrong.
I think I need to yell at Sebi.
Okay.
Subarino.
Okay, there we go.
I'm back.
Okay, there we go. I was about to yell Sebi.
Yeah, noise complaint from neighbors.
Yes.
Excuse me. So,
Hey, they get noise complaint after us screaming at the game, so.
Hey,
So
sorry, I was playing
basically-
D&D.
basically, Norzana and Modus, you guys kind of witness Harmony kind of just get a little bit kind of like loosey-goosey kind of thing, and you can see her eyes kind of glass over a soft gray, and she kind of just stands there with her mouth agape for about 3 or 4 minutes, just kind of standing there.
High as balls.
Would you guys like to do
There's-
anything?
Just kind of start snapping my fingers like, hello?
I
I'm
try to
gonna go-
snap,
I'm
realize that my
I'm gonna
hands are
turn
too
to
wet.
Narzana and be like, "What are we missing?"
Oh, just the rations. It took all the food off, and a few.
You
some
took all the
stuff.
food?
Harmony's gonna take the goggles that she got from the day that she changed her entire existence, and
Mhm.
put them on and pull out her bangs. She's gonna actually start arching her back and stuff. And she's like, She takes off her backpack.
Okay.
And she's gonna like let some of her wings, like the arch around them, so they're still closed, but they're just like almost making her shoulders look broader, and they're actually in somewhat view if someone were to walk by. And then she's gonna put her backpack on top of them to where it's not hiding them. They're still there. It's just in the back. And she goes, "Seems we forgot something." And she's gonna saunter back into the building.
All right.
Oh, well.
So you saunter back into the building. You can see the teenager kind of just like slowly checking out a man at the counter. And then there's one other woman behind him. But currently there's not really anybody else in the store that is going to cause any problems, at least.
I'm gonna politely stand in line because I'm not a monster.
Okay. So you stand in
So
line.
if
You can see that the teenager hasn't really gotten around to putting up any of the stuff that Robert has turned away. So that's all kind of still standing behind the counter, still in the shopping cart at the moment.
Just let me know when I'm at the front of the line.
All right. In 30 real-world minutes, you'll finally be able to check out.
That's perfectly fine.
No. You get in line, and
Harmony still has her, what are they? Being polite? Manners. She still has her manners.
So you get in line, and the
Are you sure you haven't?
teenager kind of gets through everybody, and you are now standing in front of the register.
Hello, sir. I'm afraid in today's economy, none of these prices make any sense. I would like to talk to you about the components of these individual rations, and I would like to come talk about the prices. And she would like to go through and talk about what each item should cost, how it takes to produce them, and the fact that they are the price they are currently selling them at could be easily it's just not right. It's hyper inflated, and she's gonna basically say, "I will give you 3 gold for 6 rations, or I'm taking this higher up."
You're going carry
What?
on him.
Yeah, right.
what?
He's like, I just work here.
Make an intelligence check to see if you can, I guess, like, pull up the right vernacular for.
Please, please.
You did a save,
Oh,
by the way.
God.
Oh, thank God. That's not. I clicked the wrong button. Okay.
Oh, it's still the +1. Okay. So
I think I did this wrong.
with a
Oh,
4,
Oh
the teenager is just like not really having any of it, standing behind the counter. But go ahead and make a persuasion check for me real quick as well. But do it with disadvantage because you sadly did not do too well on the intelligence check.
Stephen, what are you hitting?
You know exactly who I'm hitting.
I got an
Oh.
18.
I'm just kidding now.
Okay. Disadvantage.
I did. I rolled 2. I got 19 and 18.
Oh, sick. Okay. I just saw Steven roll a 14, so I kind of just got confused.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that 18, he
The
kind
way-
of
You do understand that you're just. Let me just go in and is like, my guy, it's no skin off your teeth.
I
We need
He-
these rations to go forward.
he kind of looks at you, looks at the bags, and then kind of like looks around a little bit, and then he looks at you and says, "You can just fucking take them, man. Like it's less work for me to do anyway, so."
Oh my god.
This whole fucking time. We could have just.
She like
I was-
looks him up and down.
I mean, I'll
Nods her
take the
head.
gold though. I mean, if you want to be a good Samaritan and all, but
She flicks him a gold and walks out with the groceries.
thank you for shopping with us. And he
Oh,
goes
no.
back to the register. So you now have 6 ration bags as well. And you are 1
I walk
gold
out with my
shy.
hands full with ration bags, and I'm like, and I just hand them to Norzana, and I sit down, and I put my goggles up, and like my hands on my hip, and go, "That sucked. I don't think I did that right.
Well, we got food now.
I
mean,
got
you
all
got-
of it for
you
1
got it.
gold."
Really? How do you manage that?
I don't know if that's
made
called
a
a steal
deal.
or if you did steal.
I said I made a deal.
Wanted poster.
So, is there anything
Yeah.
else you guys would like to do?
As soon as she was talking about, sorry, as soon as she
Okay.
was like walking in and started negotiating, I was like, fucking McDeals. McDeals was like, you didn't use your coupons.
I still, actually,
That's right. I wasn't muted the entire time. I heard every word he said, and it was just, I have coupons for you. If you close your
Coupons.
goggles.
still looking at the rations. Gold? What deal did you make? Okay.
So, is there anything else you guys would like to do? Or did you want to head on back to Norzena's house for now?
I think that's
Harmony
it.
doesn't put her wings back because she's changing as an individual. Also, she has
Yes.
a cramp
A
Like
cramp?
What?
Aquarium?
in her wings from
Oh,
being
okay.
closed all the time.
Thanks for
Yeah,
being a
that's
good
what
player.
I
I'd
am.
say that you have to let your wings unfurl a while before you can actually like take flight and such for a little bit.
I agree.
So, are you guys
Alright.
just heading back to Norzena's house for now?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So we're gonna go
Much
ahead
better,
and cut back over to Gray and Steven. You guys are walking into the blacksmith's kind of yard area. It's a completely outdoor area. You can see a decently large furnace in the corner with a chimney kind of routing up smoke. You can see a couple like hammering platforms. There's a huge stash of metal and wood and just kind of stuff scattered about. But it's all kind of like neatly organized in a way. But yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Sorry. I'd like to browse through his wares and see if there's any better armor than the one I'm wearing right now.
Okay. So you kind of are browsing through like the piles of armor and stuff like that he has set up. He doesn't really have any stalls or anything like that for selling. But you can see that like all of the stuff that he has there is all like uncompleted work orders, as well as some like scrap helmets and that kind of thing that he's like garage sale kind of prices for an iron helmet, or he has like a leather chest piece that's like
You're counting
missing
down.
the boots kind of thing. But yeah. that kind
Hi,
of thing.
Zach.
So he doesn't really have anything.
At least if you wanted to buy like armor and that kind of stuff, that would be back at the weapon shop. But he does have some decent prices on like single pieces of armor, as well as like you could order like customization stuff, or you can order essentially if you were to order a thing through him, you would be spending less money, but you'd get it later kind of thing.
Robert.
That makes sense?
Yeah. So if I ask him for like a breastplate or something,
Mm-hmm.
he'd be able to make it, but it'd take a little bit.
Yeah.
Can I ask him? Can I ask them? Whoever.
Go ahead.
Hello. Do you by chance take custom orders?
I do. Can I help you out with anything? Anything specific? And he's kind of like hammering away, making a sword at the moment. So you can hear like the ting, ting, ting.
Stop it, Riley. Can you possibly make a iron breastplate for me?
Of course. Just need to get your dimensions at least, and then are you wanting it to be on the lighter side or the heavier side?
Preferably the lighter side.
All right. Anything for your friend over there? And he kind of gestures over to Gray, who's standing behind him.
I'm just like looking around, but no,
Alright.
not really.
So just the breast piece then.
Yeah.
All right. I
Just
mean, I'm not
really-
too busy at the moment, so I can get it for you by tomorrow afternoon, probably at the latest. But
much
it'll
would you
be for just the iron breast piece. It'll be 4 gold pieces.
Could you do it for 2 gold pieces?
He kind of is taken back a little bit. I can do a rush order for it and get it done for 2 pieces, but it'll still be done by tomorrow afternoon. But you've got to you have to try to help me out a little bit if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure, I can help. I can assist. I can cast Burning Hands and heat up any flames that you need.
Oh, I don't need that. I was basically just thinking that you could help me with a little bit of manual labor to, you know, deliver a couple of things for me to kind of even out the price a little bit.
I can deliver some stuff.
Appreciate it. Thank
And
you.
if you want me to hammer some stuff, I can.
I could teach you a thing or two, sure.
Oh, hell yeah. You just see fire in the background, just, oh no.
Christ.
6
idea.
hours later, the entire village is on fire.
Yeah.
No.
But
Oh,
it's
no.
also made of metal.
I got a breastplate.
Yeah.
The entire town's on fire.
Guys,
behind.
I did it!
I'm just watching my childhood home burn to ash. I'm like, yeah, you did it.
Yeah.
I really needed a really hot flame. Sorry.
So,
Did it need to be this hot?
anything else that you guys need? Or is this going to be it?
No, I guess just if you want to point me in the right direction for that delivery you need me to make, I can
Of course.
run it
So,
over immediately.
before you do that, he's going to take out a long piece of twine and he's going to kind of wrap it around you to get measurements and stuff. So he's going to do like your chest and then like the circumference of your arm. And then he's just going to, you know, kind of take your measurements in a way. He's like, all right, I should have enough material here. But if you don't mind, I'd appreciate it if you could help me take an order over to the weapons shop for delivery for me.
Yeah, sure.
So he's
I'm
going
glad
to.
one of us is contributing to the economy.
He's gonna point at a decently large pile of like helmets and like a lot of chainmail stuff in a way, and he's gonna point at all that and say, "I need that over there by tonight at the latest." It'll probably take you a couple trips, but luckily it's not a far walk over there. But I would appreciate the help if you'd do that for me, and of course I'd knock the price down a little bit for you in return.
Yeah, for sure. I immediately just go for the boxes, or just right there and then.
Yeah. So
Stack
you
2 boxes, 3 boxes, and go. God, crack cocaine.
Beller, are
I
you
can
wanting to
help
help
you.
out with this, or are you
Yeah,
wanting
I was
to?
I'll help.
Okay. So if you're helping,
Like, no,
I'll
I'm
have.
good.
If you're helping, I'll have each of you guys make a strength check for me 3 times.
Oh no.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. Give me
Hell
one.
yeah.
Nice.
Fuck. On my screen, it literally goes from a nat 20, and then it flipped over to a 2.
Damn.
Oh.
Because I'm so
There's-
tired at the end.
15,
Okay.
Let's just straight roll.
13,
Please be a 1.
and 18.
Oh,
Okay,
thank
sick.
God.
So you guys, it's gonna take you a couple of trips to get everything back and forth. 'Cause these, essentially, he's having you guys carry over like a bunch of prepped up chainmail for the person that works at the armor shop to kind of make into chainmail armor in a way. So you guys are bringing over the raw chainmail for him. And you each pick up your boxes. You guys are able to kind of get everything over. But on the last handful of it, Steven is kind of like lugging it down the street in a way. Gray kind of just like seamlessly walks past you with that last box. And you kind of drop the chainmail and then kind of or crush your toe with it a little bit.
Oh my god.
Turns into a werewolf.
He's dog tired.
Okay.
So Gray, you can kind of
Yes.
you hear
I get
him kind
two.
of yelp a little bit, and you turn around. You can see the box kind of like crushing Steven's foot a little bit.
Oh man. Okay, I set down the boxes I have, and I go to like pick up the box that was crushing his foot.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check for me, and then Steven
that
roll 1d4 for me.
Oh, shit.
13.
How many toes you lose?
Okay.
Oh shush.
Jeez.
Okay, so
Hurt,
Steven,
dude.
go ahead and take 3 damage for me, and you gotta walk with a limp for at least the rest of today. But yeah,
I was just
you
gonna joke that he,
you,
like,
you
sprained
hit
his
your
ankle.
toe pretty bad. But Gray, you're able to kind of carry the extra weight a little bit over to the armor stand, or at least
I
the
got
armor
it.
shop.
I got you, fam.
All right. Errand is complete. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
I can go back and see what else he needs. But if
Okay.
that was all he need, if he needs help in the shop or if he needs me to transform.
So you go back over to the armor shop. Gray, do you join him for this, or?
I go see how the others are doing, but
Okay.
you still wait. How long has it been since the that interaction with that lady?
It's been a couple hours since the lady. Like, you guys have taken a bit of time to look around at the different shops and, you know, kind of find your way around the village a little bit, and then actually
Okay.
doing the actual shopping and everything like that takes a little bit.
Hold on. Because I think I'm gonna do that action again, the psychic whispers,
Mhm.
to Steven, just in
Mhm.
case he needs me.
Okay.
Making me angry.
But let me roll a d6 to see.
She wants to roll a D's nuts.
You know me. Her.
I know you.
5.
You know
I'm
you.
Okay.
Um,
So, Steven, you
Psychic.
get a psychic link to Gray as she separates from you and moves to the rest of the group.
yeah, and I say, if you need me, holler. But yeah, I'm gonna go check on the others.
Okay,
Okay.
so you kind of
You
make
can
your way
call me
back
on my
to
cell
the
phone.
center of the village kind of thing, where like there's a well in the middle of town where you kind of see Norzena, Modus, and Harmony kind of making their way with a couple of leather sacks full of goods. And then Steven, you make your way back to the blacksmith, and he kind of just like allows you to kind of hang around there a little bit. He doesn't really need any other assistance. You kind of worked off your debt to him.
And I tell him again that I can hammer some stuff, assist him with it if he needs me to.
I'd say if you wanted to, yeah, go ahead and make another strength check for me, and he'll have you kind of like flatten out a couple of sheets of metal.
17.
Okay, so he kind of just like quickly shows you how to do it, and then you kind of take on to it pretty quickly.
Okay.
Not a whole lot of things to do. You actually leave like the development of everything to him. It's just you kind of like doing the prep work in a way. But
I'm
yeah,
creating the billet and then flattening out the billet or whatever.
there you go.
Ending the billet.
So, cutting back to the remainder of the group, Gray, you join up with the rest of the gang as they leave the grocery store. What would you guys like to do?
Hello, family.
I was mean to a grocery boy. I don't know what's happening.
What'd you do?
What did you do?
I was told to make a deal, so I made a deal, and I made it mean, so I changed my mind and I went a different direction. But I got us six thingies for 1 gold.
I'm proud of you.
I'm learning. I'm trying to figure it out. I think it's gonna be a process. That was really stressful.
You could just always make amends, you know? Go say
I don't
hey.
think I'm welcome back in that facility. I'm unsure.
How many lockpicks do we get?
You have 5 lockpicks with you.
5 lockpicks, okay.
I'm gonna
I think I have a
basically,
couple.
I'm gonna treat them kind of like Skyrim lockpicks in a way. Like if you did want to, you have to be
Oh,
proficient in
man.
them, and then I'll have you guys roll like a kind of a luck kind of check to try to get in there.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think as of right now, Harmony and Gray are the only ones proficient in thieves' tools.
Probably.
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, you guys would be the only ones that can actually use the lockpicks and such. But you do have some extra ones on hand at least. So feel free to kind of talk amongst yourselves for a minute if you guys would like to.
What do we?
So, I have discovered how McDeals decides he wants to talk to me. Apparently, he's just gonna leave my body stranded wherever I'm standing in that moment to talk to me in my head.
Oh, is that what happened?
That's
Yeah.
that's something.
I thought you
There's a
just
little-
hated grocery stores that much.
Just
Yeah.
the prices were exorbitant on those rations. Those are normally like few silver at most.
As I said, a fly did fly into your mouth while you were standing there.
My mouth was closed. What do you
Oh,
mean?
God.
Who opened my mouth?
It was a gape.
That's what that taste was. That was not.
And how does
Taste?
that make you feel?
You said a fly flew in my mouth.
Oh, okay.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I think I made some weird life choices, and I'm not sure how to process them, but we're figuring it out.
It'll be okay. You just made a deal.
At least it's not a cult.
It could be.
I'm not sure what anything is anymore. What it is called.
Given
How do you know
what
you
I've
don't
read
live in
on
a cult?
cults, I'm starting to. I don't know.
Well, at least I know who the cult leader is this time.
Motor
Yeah.
search for that one book a bit more and finds it. Just
Yeah,
in
right.
one
Like
page.
the textbook definition.
Upsetting.
It's just his picture.
Yeah.
So the
Do
sun
not trust this
is
man.
the sun is kind of
Oh,
beginning to descend over the horizon a little bit, and you can kind of hear crickets starting to chirp a little bit. You can see people kind of turning the signs around on the front of shops to kind of close down for the evening. But yeah, basically everything's kind of like closing down around sunset. What would you guys like to do?
I mean,
What's for
I-
dinner, y'all?
Yeah, it's
That's what
probably
I was
about time
gonna
we
ask.
turned in.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Where's Steven?
He was helping the weapons guy, or the sorry, not the weapons guy, but the blacksmith guy, to make
Oh,
a deal
Jerry.
with him so he could get less money or pay less money for like,
Yeah, his
the
name's Jerry.
armor plate thing. Jerry? Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah. He's real nice. Why did I go southern?
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
real nice.
But
He's
don't worry,
real
don't
nice.
worry, y'all. I still have connections.
Yeah,
with
why'd you
him.
go southern?
It's almost like I may have been born in the south.
I
So
keep
as
noticing that I
saying,
do a really harsh southern accent when I mean to be doing a light southern accent. Now I don't know why I
Y'all,
keep
what if we-
switching.
Yeah, you sound like
What
you
if
eat
we all
you
did
have
a
to eat
southern
cornbread and
accent?
drink tea.
1 second, Belle, I need to turn you up because I can see your mouth moving, but I could not hear your voice at all for a second.
Southern accent.
There you are.
Hello, Southern.
Southern sweet tea,
Southern.
So
If it
cornbread.
doesn't taste like sugar, it's not from the south.
the sun is setting over the horizon. Are you guys going to be going anywhere? Do you guys want to go join up with Steven at the blacksmith's? What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna ask Steven how he's doing.
Okay. Would
Let's
anybody
talk.
else like to tag along to the blacksmith shop?
Well, I meant like the
Psychic
Oh yeah,
off.
you have the psychic link. So yeah, you guys can talk a little bit.
I'm doing great. Bing!
Yeah, essentially
Having so
you
much fun.
you go in to check in with him, and then you just hear like ping, ping, ping. I'm doing great, and then you hear like the roar of a furnace and everything like that behind him. You can feel that he's kind of like happy a little bit to be back, or to be here at least.
Using
You
his
know what,
hard working
cute.
skills.
We should leave Steven be, guys. I think he's having a good time over there.
Oh, okay,
and
what's
then
he
Chose the
doing?
wrong career field.
I say to Steven,
Ping.
I'll let you know when dinner's ready.
What did you say?
I guess.
Fucking munching on chips over there?
I said I
He said he
chose the
chose
wrong
the-
career field. God
Oh.
dang.
True.
That's
So,
cool.
Everyone makes
Are you guys going to be retiring for the evening to Norzana's house?
I think
I
so.
would say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See.
So you guys all make your way back to Norzana's house. You can see that there's still like a couple of stalls and that kind of stuff that are still on the sides of the road that are selling like some fruit and some like smaller kind of like handmade goods and such. And you guys are able to get back to Norzana's house rather quickly. And you walk into the front door. You can see that Norzana's mom, Delia, is still reading, sitting on the couch. And you get the feeling that your father, Norzana, is going to be home here soon.
Thanks.
So dinner should be ready here soon, at least.
I want to go put on a kettle of tea.
Okay. So you break out your new tea set. I'd say that like it's a, it has two kind of like modes kind of thing for it. Like it comes with a stand to kind of put it over a campfire. And then it also has like two hooks that you can hook onto the sides of like a fireplace to kind of like dangle it over a fire to kind of cook as well inside.
That sounds so cool. I actually want this tea set.
So I will say that you have. Hold on. Hold on.
You're gonna have type of teas or something?
I don't know what types of tea were in medieval times.
Chamomile. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Chai.
Green
Here.
tea?
Gran.
Chai tea.
Jasmine tea?
You mean
Your
TT?
mom.
No way.
Yeah, so I would say that you have like a jasmine tea. You have a what's it called? Spicy chai tea.
Chamomile.
And then you have just like a nice like a berry tea, which is kind of like a mixed berry kind of tea. So it's a little bit more sweet.
I think I'm gonna make a berry tea.
Okay. So are you just making enough for everyone, or are you gonna make like a private serving?
I'll make enough for everyone. Since
Okay.
it's getting close to that time, it's gonna make enough for everyone can have like a thing
Gotcha.
of tea.
I'd say if you
Nice.
wanted to keep note of it, you have like 10 of each types of tea.
Woo. Okay.
Also, apparently there's a website called D&T where you actually get
God.
like D&D themed tea.
I
Oh,
love
that's
that.
adorable.
Cute.
So shout out to D&T. They actually have like metal D20 tea infusers, and they have like a thermos, and it actually looks pretty cool.
Okay, you
So-
That's
gotta save
adorable.
that link. I want to see it.
Yeah, I'll
Send
send
it
it to you
in
guys
the
later.
chat.
I will.
Yeah.
So,
You said berry tea, jasmine tea, and spicy chai.
yes.
I love a spicy chai.
So they aren't really going to give you like any benefits kind of thing, but I will say that if you're if you have like a level of exhaustion, if you drink a full thing of tea, that'll reduce your exhaustion level by 1.
That's
But
pretty
they aren't
good.
going to give you like any health benefits. They're not going to do anything like, besides that at least.
Okay.
But yeah, you have 10 of each of those types of tea, and then it takes a couple minutes to brew it. So you guys just kind of like sitting around, kind of chit-chatting a little bit with the lion until the Padre gets home.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I'd be asking her about whatever book she's reading, and just telling her
she
about what
is-
happened with the deals.
I need to pull back up that D&D book generator. She's reading a book called Influence of the South.
Oh God! Please
Oh
no.
yeah.
I like this book. What is it?
It's a book how the basically Influence of the South. It's essentially a book about the town that you guys are in, the town known as Flourish Fine Grove. It's essentially a book written about the birth of that group and the outstretch that it has to the neighboring communities within the forest.
Influence of the South, even though we're in the East.
Well, no, you guys are in the southern eastern part of the forest, at least.
I'm gonna beat them up
Why?
They're the
Compass?
good guys. That's the funny thing in this.
because I don't know how to respond to being wrong, so I'm gonna beat it up.
No,
So-
I understand.
Oh,
She
wow.
basically says that she's reading that. And she offers you if you would like a book as well.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll the D100 for me.
Oh gosh, what's in? I don't how. Oh, where are you? There you are. Wow, it didn't. It accidentally rolled an extra 4, but I got a 2 and a 10.
Hold on. You got a 12.
What? I'm so confused. 1 second.
You got a 12.
Okay, good. I want to make sure that I did it right. There we go. Yeah. I don't know why I
So-
rolled a D4. I got 12.
Binding to the King. Ooh, actually, no. Here's a better one. Love Without Fear.
Ooh.
It's essentially like a Romeo and Juliet kind of book, kind of thing. Where, like...
They're both teenagers and they've known each other for a week. What are they doing?
Yeah.
Oh my.
So yeah, she hands you that book and says, "Ooh, I read this one when I was a little girl. Very good book. Very good book."
Alright, she's gonna plop herself on the couch, stretch her wings out until, someone sits down. She's gonna contract it
Okay.
in, but for now, she's gonna keep it stretched out and just
Oh my.
read her book. Her bag's on the floor. She's sitting crisscross applesauce.
All right.
While I'm brewing the tea, I'm reading the book I pocketed while brewing it all up.
Gotcha. So, you
Can I
guys
read
are
a
Our
book?
each.
version of being on our phones.
Yeah. You can,
Reading
if you
books.
wanted to, you can break out the Herlock Sholmes book again, and then kind of continue reading
right.
through that one.
Yes. Yes.
What was the one I got again? Was it Serpents and Women?
Something like that.
Did
I
I
don't
write it
remember.
down?
And serpents, I think.
I don't think
So,
I did. I wrote
as you
down
guys-
my current book.
As you guys kind of all begin reading and everything, we're gonna go ahead and cut back to Steven that's still pounding away at the blacksmith. Yeah,
Ayo.
it's you can see that the sun is now completely set. The yard is kind of lit by torchlight at the moment, and the blacksmith kind of like lets out a heavy sigh as he kind of turns off the furnace. I don't really know how to say that other than just, extinguishing. That's what it is. He extinguishes the furnace and kind of
Not the
thanks you
sauna.
for a hard day's work. And
yeah.
so he kind of gives you a pat on the back and says, "You know what? Chest plate's on me tomorrow. You actually really helped me out a lot today with all that work that you did there. You saved me about 6 hours of work tomorrow morning, so I appreciate that."
We love
That's
free stuff.
awesome.
So
ever-
I'll still have to get it to you by tomorrow afternoon, but it'll be on me tomorrow.
If you don't mind me asking, do you have an apprentice by chance?
Oh my.
Not particularly. I did have a younger brother, but he's off in Toria at the moment. He thought, he would do some other things besides staying in the village for a while.
After my quest that I'm currently doing, if you don't mind me learning a few things from you, I'd greatly appreciate that.
I'll gladly take that into consideration. And then he kind of reaches out for like that predator handshake kind of thing, where you got the forearm.
Oh
I'll do it.
my.
I kind of hate living in the winter, but I also winter in the snow. So,
Name's Jerry.
Jared, nice to meet you. Steve. Steve.
Gary Steinfeld.
I
So-
love that they've been working together for the past few hours and they barely introduced you.
It is
They
pretty
just-
loud
they
there.
just
It is
started
pretty
this
loud.
day.
It'd be
Oh,
like that
fair
with men.
enough.
It's just
Make
two
it-
men working hard, sweating, half
A
naked.
group.
Two
group of
hot,
guys can
sweaty
pound-
men
a group of
grinding
guys
away,
can talk for
Half naked.
hours.
pounding
Listen,
away.
Zach, yeah, you did say he was pounding the blacksmith.
You
Mhm.
did say that.
He was
was
pounding away the blacksmith. He was
Yeah.
grinding. He was hot and sweaty. That whole thing. But yeah,
Half
he
naked.
kind of takes a cloth rag and kind of dabs away the sweat a little bit.
Oh my-
He gets his own
Is this
That
personal.
thing
Personal-
sounds
Gator.
like he just dabs Steven's forehead for him.
Yeah, it gets like
That's what I thought
weirdly
you meant.
intimate after
I
He
that.
would've been
grabs
like,
his.
nice.
He grabs a leather
Yeah,
vest.
Steven
that
doesn't
was
need
sitting
any
on the
lodging
ground.
tonight.
He grabs a leather vest and a sword that was sitting kind of like leaning against the wall closer to the furnace, and then he kind of equips that and gestures you out of the forgery.
Look out.
It moves you
So-
to his home.
I will see you tomorrow afternoon. You have a great night.
You too.
All right, and then you guys kind of head off in opposite directions. Are you gonna head back to Norzana's house, or is there anything else you'd like to do?
Are there any shops open right now?
Not
Is it
really
just
at the
home?
moment. The sun is kind of completely set. You can see that a couple of shops still have their lights open, but there's not really any activity or
Like
anything
food?
like that around the village.
Like food wise? They're all
Food
closed?
wise, are you looking for like a restaurant kind of thing, like a tavern kind of thing?
It's always open.
More like supplies.
At least supply wise, I
Whataburger.
would say you can walk up to the grocery store, but the door is going to be locked to it at least. You can see the light is kind of like, or at least the candles and everything are still lit inside, but at least the door is locked currently.
Can I knock on it and see if I can convince somebody to let me
This
buy one
fucking
thing?
kid.
So you knock on the door, and you can see a kind of like a middle-aged man kind of poke his head out from behind the shelves, and then quickly kind of jog over to the door and say, "Can I help you out with anything?"
I know you guys are closed, but I wanted to see if I could just buy one thing, just something to cook tonight. I'm a little late. I just left the blacksmith.
Of course, man. Jerry usually keeps people out late. Is there anything specific that you're looking for? Unfortunately, I have some things to take care of.
Do you have like meat and potatoes?
Yeah. Off the top of my head, like 5 silver.
Bet. Yeah, I can do that. And I'll like give him the silver.
Okay. Unfortunately, I can't let you into the store. It's wife's policy, but I can go grab the stuff for you real quick.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. So he's going. You can see him kind of through the kind of window to the store. You can see him running. He grabs like a small sack of potatoes, which is like 3 or 4 potatoes, and then grabs a freshly salted prime rib, and runs that over to the door.
2 of each, or does he grab 1?
He grabs the prime rib and then 3 potatoes.
Okay.
That sounds so good.
And is that
It's
like
a
the
decent
rib
sized
bit?
prime rib. Like it'll feed 2 or 3 people.
Okay, bet.
So he runs that over the door and say, "Like I said, sorry man, I can't let you in the store, but I do appreciate you coming by."
Just like slams the meat through the hole. Just
Well, no, he opens the door and then gives it to you.
That'd be funny.
Anything else I can grab for you real quick, or is that going to be it for the night?
no, that'd be all. And I'll give him like 3 copper and just be like, I appreciate it. Like,
Oh,
that's it. That's all.
Thanks,
I
man. I really
have.
appreciate that. Hey, it's all good. I appreciate it. You have a good night. And then he kind of closes the door, and you can see him go back into the aisles and kind of start restocking the shelves a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, anything else you'd
Well-
like to do?
I would I'd like to see if I can make amends with the character, and I'll contact Gray.
Okay.
And just be like, hey, I'm gonna see if I can talk to
Aaron. That was my character from the game. Jesus, you messed me up.
No, can I go talk to or I'm gonna go talk to the lady and see if I can get more information from her. Just
I
see if
guess-
she's open right now.
You guys
Yes,
never
with
learned
steak
her
and
name yet,
taters.
correct?
No.
No.
No, we
Okay,
didn't.
cool. Just
I
wanted to
got
confirm.
confused between her name and the bookshop's
I
dead
mean,
wife's
if you
name.
think that's a good idea, I
Or at least
Just be
make
careful.
amends. Not even ask her any questions. Probably just make amends.
I got some steak
Okay.
and taters.
Yeah, I was gonna say give her a potato. Also, can I say these are the most normal interactions that not even Steven, but Sebi has ever had, I think. Yes.
I'll
In
be
general.
right back. What are you doing?
Yeah, right. I'm gonna burn your village down. I'm gonna kill all of you. Like,
So-
okay.
Steven, you turn your
Give me
back
a dog
towards the
treat, give
grocery
me a dog
store and
treat.
start making your way towards the woman's house. Is there anybody else that, or at least Gray, are you going to want to join him, or are you wanting to kind of let him handle it himself?
I think I'm gonna ask if he wants company. Like,
Okay.
do you think you need
mean-
to do this on your own, or do you want company?
If you guys want, if you want to come out, I don't mind. Just be careful, but shouldn't be too long.
Okay. I feel like if the whole group went, it would probably be overwhelming. So
A
I'm
little
gonna
bit.
stay put.
Hey, we
but-
are majorly sorry.
But if you need something, just holler.
I mean, you know, just come. Fuck it.
Just
Screw it.
come. Yeah, all of us. Just bring the
Right
whole
now?
group.
Not the whole tree.
Okay.
Just you. We don't need everybody.
Oh.
We might need to keep it low. Keep it small, a small group, but not a big group. You know.
Okay. So should I bring someone else with me or just me?
You can just bring yourself. It's okay.
Okay. Okay.
We broke in
Wonderful.
the first time being there, so, and we're the
Yes.
only ones that talked to her. So I mean, we kind of.
So, is there anything else that you guys would like to say, or Belle, are you just gonna kind of get up and leave, or what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna get up from the table and be like, hey guys, I'm gonna go check something out outside real quick. I'll be right back. And I'm just
Where
gonna
you
walk
going?
away. I'm not even gonna
no.
wait
You're
for them to
pulling a Steve?
respond.
Damn.
You're pulling a Steve.
Oh,
Good
Yeah.
job.
She's pulling a
taught you well.
Steven.
God.
A plus, you think?
A plus.
oh,
Do I
no.
just hear her say this? Good job.
So, Gray, you get up and essentially just leave the building. You start making your way towards the woman's house, and you can see that Steven is kind of waiting outside for you there. The rest of you guys are kind of just hanging around Norzana's house. It's been like a couple minutes since your dad has walked in, and he's kind of put his briefcase away, changed into his evening attire, and then he's kind of prepared dinner, kind of the same thing as last time, but slightly different. So that way you can kind of keep your taste buds entertained a little bit. But yeah, I would say right here's a good point for us to take a quick break, if you guys are comfortable doing so.
Yes.
Food.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we will be right back. So stay tuned. Yeah, should be about 10 minutes or so. But we're gonna, if you have to go pee, go pee. If you're gonna go get a snack, go get a snack. And we will be back with you guys here shortly. So stay tuned.
enough slices.
If you're desperate
And
enough, it's
welcome
leftovers.
back. 10 minutes
Oh,
really
hello.
goes by fast, doesn't it?
It does.
So, we last left off. Steven
Yes.
and Gray, you were standing outside of the woman's house, and then the rest of you were back at Norzana's family's house. We're going to go ahead and do Norzana's family's house first. So, you guys are kind of still, you guys have gathered around the dinner table at this point, kind of just having some small chit-chat, that kind of thing. So if you guys wanted to take a second to kind of talk amongst yourselves, ask questions, that kind of thing, feel free to do so as you please.
Norzana, what's your last name again?
Farwin.
Fairwind.
Fairwind. So, Mr. Fairwind, so y'all have lived in this village for Norzana's entire life, right? I mean, I'm sure some weird stuff has happened. Got any, like, odd, kooky neighbors, or, like, any fun stories to share?
There was this guy
I was trying to
about
think off the top of my head.
30, 40 years ago or something.
Holy shit.
He lives in the richer, the higher up districts of Toria and stuff now. But he would basically essentially hold, not like gatherings kind of thing, but like he would basically stand over people and then kind of like shower money down on them and say, if you follow my 15-step plan, you too can have all this money. And he would essentially just like kind of brag about his money and say that if you joined his what did he put it? And
Mary
he kind
Kay.
of, he gestures over to
Lane's mom in high school.
Delia, and she says he called it like a like the triangle plan or something like that. And then he's like, yeah, something along those lines. But basically, if you joined in, you could essentially start at the base of the triangle and then work your way up to be the top, which is where, like, the big dogs are and that kind of thing. But yeah, basically he lived here. He was a little bit kooky, but we have no idea really what happened to him besides that he has a lot of money and he lives in Toria now, so.
Wait,
I wish I
what-
was there to get showered with money. That sounds hilarious.
Would he have been around like when I was like a younger kid or something like?
I did say 50 years ago, so it was probably just a little bit before your time.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm 25.
20 years. Actually,
I remember
Okay.
you brought that up, and I remembered that there was something that he seemed to be hiding. So now I have to
Yeah.
find a way to properly
Oh,
word
no.
that. Because I brought up, I can't just say, do you know a guy that exploded? A guy that exploded and like his girlfriend maybe.
Oh my. Hey. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think about the around the time my powers were starting to show themselves. I think I kind of accidentally talked in a few people's heads without really knowing. I will
I will
I was
say,
just-
that was some of the scariest times when we were growing up because you were still trying to get a hold of your powers and everything. And I swear, Delia and I woke up maybe 15 times over the course of a week in the middle of the night just hearing what was going on in your dream in our heads. It was ridiculous. But, I mean, hey, luckily you got that training now. So, luckily you don't have to do that anymore. But there was definitely some times
I
where...
do remember that one kid accidentally. I was he had like a little zit on his little face, and I was staring at without realizing I was talking to him in his head, but I was thinking about, oh man, that zit's really red. Does he know? There were a few times I accidentally I went to people's minds talking to them with it and didn't really know that they. And that's how we kind of started realizing what was happening.
Hmm. Well, hey,
I still remember.
back in
sorry.
the day, that was he actually, if you did want to kind of catch up a little bit, that's what's his name? I think Jerry or Gary or something like that. He works over at the blacksmith's area. So
yeah.
if you ever did want to reminisce on some old times or anything like that, feel free to go say hi. I bet he'd like it.
bet he'd really appreciate seeing you again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when we found out about my powers, I had to spend a couple days apologizing to some folks.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like anybody here that's had, similar abilities had to go through a small phase where they did that.
Yeah, everyone's actually talking to someone's mind at one point or another.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I will say, though, you were a special case compared to some of the others. It took a little bit to kind of click into your head how to use some things, but luckily we had a little bit of help. But
As
Oh yeah, the first time I accidentally read someone else's mind, those are thoughts I shouldn't have been hearing at that age.
oh, what
yeah.
thinking?
What on earth?
Norzana, we told you not to bring that stuff up. The court justice said that we can't talk about it anymore.
Oh
Jeez
my god.
Louise.
I think it'd
Yeah.
be fun to learn some sort of magic. I think, a couple of spells I can do, but I think that just came from knowing my dad, really.
Hmm.
I
Your dad
still
must be a
remember the
pretty smart
first
man.
time.
Oh, did you have
Sorry, I
something to
couldn't
say, Harmony?
I was just gonna say that I remember the first time I accidentally I didn't know it at the time, but I costed
British
thaumaturgy.
now.
Essentially, I just kind of created a massive earthquake in my entire house, and all my brothers. My brother was yelling at me, and I was really upset. And I remember I thought it was a swear word. That's why I started yelling it at him because I read it in one of his books. And it turns out it was the verbal component to that spell, and I just started making the entire house shake and rumble, and I broke some of my mom's china. Children learning they got powers is always a fun experience.
Yeah,
I
it's
was-
always a
That one-
difficult time.
Every
But hey,
now
it's
and
how
then
I
I'll
figured out
point
we
at
had like magic.
Every
For-
now and then I'll point at someone that I'm trying to, like, I'm aiming at someone, and I'm thinking, like, I'm about to hit that guy, and then they,
Oh.
I don't know, I feel like it does more damage than it should have.
Oh.
It's, it's like I'm marking them, and it's really strange.
Like, picture it as if I'm a hunter and I'm marking
Yeah.
them.
I didn't know how to make it, because I was like, wow, I sound like I'm spouting complete bullshit right now.
There was a time
Norzana's
as a-
parents just kind of look at you confused in a way. They're like,
Hey,
uh-huh.
There was a time when I thought.
I'm learning my words.
They just they go hunter's mark. You mean right?
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
and I'm like, oh.
That's a
I
unique
did
ability.
I did think I was being haunted by a spectral hand at one point, but
You
it
were
was
haunted by corn.
oh my, but it was just this, and I cast Mage Hand just kind of fiddle with it. Yeah, I thought I was being haunted by this little thing, but I was always wondering why when I was thinking, is he gonna pick that up? Then it would. I was wondering what was happening.
Can, Robert, can you make
Yes.
a charisma saving throw for me?
Oh,
Someone
let me
hit this
find
man.
where my charisma is.
It's right there.
Yeah, give me a second. 18.
So as you say that, like, you're focusing on your mage hand a little bit, you feel a force kind of like grab you on the shoulder and kind of like quickly shake you a little bit, and you can see your dad kind of like pointing his finger a little bit, and
Oh.
he casted mage hand behind you, kind of scared you a little bit,
That's
but
cute.
That's really cute.
brings back some
That's
old
well
times, huh?
No, oh, I okay, I kind of chuckle, and I'll reach for the tea kettle, and I go around and pour everyone a cup
Gotcha.
of tea.
Cool.
So you pour everyone a cup of tea, and we'll kind of have like a little group cheers, and then we'll kind of fade a little bit, and then we'll bring this over to Steven and Gray.
We're
So
having such nice family time, and then they're just being chaotic monkeys in the background.
No.
The two people that should not be
They're
left
Just
alone.
climbing up
woman.
walls trying to get into this lady's house.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Steven,
A
you
great
are
game.
kind of like standing underneath the lamppost, kind of looking a little bit shady, but not shady enough to like cause suspicion, kind of thing. And you can see
FBI.
Gray
I asked,
walking down
make
the
it
street
less
towards you.
suspicious.
I'll
You see
wave
Gray
at her.
walking down the street towards you. Okay.
I sneak into a bush. Oh, a
What?
creepy bush.
All
What would you
right.
guys like to do?
So what's the plan?
Well,
Steve,
I
Finn?
brought food, and I want to see if I can apologize. See if we can apologize to her.
And we're actually apologizing, right? We're not gonna
Exact-
try to
I go exactly. Wink.
So
I
No
love apology food.
prying. No prying, but
But if
to
it
be
comes
nice.
up,
if it comes up,
okay, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm down. So what do? We just knock?
I just immediately start knocking. Exactly.
Okay, I guess we're knocking. Yep.
Knock, knock, knock.
So you knock on the door, and you can hear like a little bit of a kind of shuffle inside, as if somebody like kind of gets up from a table, and hear clip clop as they walk over to the door, and then door kind of opens up, and you can see a once cheerful kind of look kind of go into kind of disdain a little bit, and then she
You.
goes to kind of close the door behind you, or
Can I
while
stick
looking at you.
my stub toe in there again?
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh no!
shit! And fall to the
Make
floor
a
immediately.
strength saving throw.
A what saving throw?
A strength saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know
Okay.
cure wounds, right, Harmony?
So you stick your toe in there, completely
Actually,
forgetting
wait,
that.
Wait. I choose to fail. Fuck it.
Okay.
I choose.
What?
So you
80 points.
you stick your toe in there, completely forgetting that it's jammed, and then she kind of forcefully closes the door, and the door kind of slams into your toe, and then everyone can hear like a sickening in your
Oh,
as
the
you
goofy,
Just the tree.
No.
like the
Bit.
Goofy
Yeah.
getting hurt in like the classic Mickey cartoons kind of thing. So you all hear that sickening like as the Steven kind of just erupts in pain. He drops the potatoes on the ground.
Look at her. Look at my foot. Look at her.
She kind of she looks down on you, says, "I clearly didn't mean to do that. Can you stand up, please?"
Look at her.
Help, Steven. I
No,
Yeah.
the potatoes need more help. Oh, I saved the meat.
I'll pick up the potatoes for you, I guess.
What do you guys want?
Kind of out of whack.
I wanted to apologize, and I figured you probably haven't eaten because we probably ruined your lunch or something, and I wanted to see if we can make you a meal.
So you say that you haven't eaten, and then she kind of like eyes the potatoes and the steak, and you
I'm a
can,
good cook.
as you say that, you can hear her stomach kind of, grrr, and then she kind of like bites her lip as she's looking at the meat and potatoes and stuff.
At the
Angie,
meat.
not like that.
Oh no. You can't say she
She's looking
bites
at the
her
meat
lip
boy.
as
What are
she
you
looks
talking
at the
about?
meat.
She looks at Steven's meat and bites her lip. So
I'm going home, actually.
she reluctantly allows you to enter, and she kind
We
of
don't
like
even have to talk.
she sits down on the couch in front of the fire and just kind of like stares into the fire, and then she kind of like waves her hand, kitchen's over there, and then kind of just stares into the fire some more.
I kick
Cook
Ray
for me,
to go
peasant.
Talk to her.
How dare you break into my home?
I have to. Do you want me to go?
Oh yeah, I talked to you in my mind. Go talk to her.
Oh, okay. You want me to go talk to her?
She hates me.
She
But
hates.
she'll love me after
yeah.
I cook this food, though.
I mean, I would hate you too if you barged into my home as a dog. And then
No one knows that,
one.
actually.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Just
no one
kidding.
knows I was just a dog.
I
it
have
just looked
no
like I just
idea why
broke
she
into her
hates
house
you.
chasing her.
Jesus.
I'd say you could ask why she hates him, but
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, why does she
Samantha.
hate you though?
This man's a menace.
The blurry
Long story.
specter.
Oh my god.
White Shadow. No, it's a long story. Maybe whenever we're,
Okay.
when with the party. Because I mean, if I talk to you right now, you're probably gonna get distracted by the hilariousness. But you should go talk to her. I'll go prep the meat.
Well, you
Okay.
know.
So I walk on over to the lady that we don't know the name of yet, and I hold out my hand for a shake, and I go, hi, I'm Gray, and I don't think we had the chance to meet earlier, and I'm so sorry about everything that happened earlier. I just wanted to formally introduce myself so that you know that I don't know. Yeah, hi.
She kind of like gives you that side eye kind of thing and kind of looks over at you and says, "My name is Judith." And then she kind of looks back into the fire.
Put down and then put meta knowledge
That's
next
a
to
nice
it.
name.
Thank you. So is yours.
Thank you.
It's a good color.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is a color.
Did you?
Some would say you prefer red, green, blue, and yellow over gray. Hmm?
Oh no. That
How'd
is
you
so
know?
Bye, Zach. Hope you find your dad.
Oh, I got the joke.
I don't. What?
My camera has a countdown on it whenever I
No, it was
use
before that. It was the colors joke y'all were making.
Oh, yeah, because of the
Sorry,
robes.
I was thinking about Gray herself, and I was like, why are we laughing? Why does she care about that?
That was one. For a second,
So-
I thought it was one of those when you mix all those colors together, you make gray, and I'm like, but they don't.
So
And paint, they
you
make brown.
you see that she's kind of being a little bit more recluse and kind of like to herself a little bit, kind of staring into the fire, and then she doesn't even look at you, but she kind of just says, "What do you want? Why are you guys here?"
Just cooking.
Yeah, I don't want anything. We just feel super bad about earlier. Like, genuinely.
Bad that you broke into my house?
We can talk about that later. I didn't break in.
I didn't break in.
I will say that she like kind of says the break into your house kind of, or break into my house kind of a little bit louder to kind of catch the ears of Steven a little bit. But she's like, "Why? Because you broke into my house?" And then kind of looks back at Steven in the kitchen.
I don't say a
He
word.
didn't actually told me what he did. He kind of keeps things to himself.
He broke into
I'm
my
so
house,
sorry.
looted through my things, and then chased me out.
Yeah, that sounds like a stupid thing to do. Yeah, he's kind of a jerk. I'm so sorry.
Jerk's an
Nice guy.
understatement.
He's just like that.
I mean, at least he's cooking me dinner now, but you know.
Best damn steak and potatoes ribs, I guess, you'll get.
What's this? A Hallmark movie?
My grandma watches this.
I watch those.
I sometimes
Every
watch
Christmas.
those.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you.
Sorry, it went silent, and I was like, okay,
What?
Hallmark. I'll talk about my
Shit.
grandma who I love so
We can-
much.
This fucker
No, I
took
did-
the time to search for a fucking soundboard clip.
What is this, a Hallmark movie? Am I right?
Dick.
So, you do you do anything else besides just kind of apologize for Steven breaking and entering?
I think I'm gonna try to make small talk. I don't know how, but I'm gonna do it.
I'll leave
Tell
that
me
up to
about
you.
your dead husband.
She's being recluse right now, so all the conversation is gonna come from you.
Oh man.
Talk to me, Belle.
Please.
So like,
I don't know how.
I crave content, Belle.
I turn to her and I go, so like, how's your day going? Is it okay?
Yeah, that's a good fucking starter.
Like,
Well, let's
other than
see.
earlier?
I woke up fine, bought myself a knife, came back here hungry because I could finally afford food, made the food, didn't get to eat the food, and then my house got broken into, my life got threatened, and then now I'm back here with no food.
You threatened her
Not
life.
yet. Not yet. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at this.
Me too. Talking was all my family's thing.
Yeah.
I'm putting her in my pocket.
I can't say I remember much of my family, so I guess I'm not good at talking because of that.
I know you may have had times that were rough, but trust me, it's nothing compared to mine.
They're about to have a
Can I-
trauma off.
Can I like yell out loud? Can I hear that part? You want to bet?
I will say
About
that
my own
no.
family.
I will say that no, you can't hear what's going on.
We're like whisper talking.
No.
Yeah, Sebby's in the room. We're just whisper talk, whisper talk.
Well,
So she's just staring into the fire. You got another statement?
kill her.
Do you want what? Do you want to talk about it? You sound like you're a little, I don't know.
Perturbed.
I don't know words.
You don't even know the half of it. As much as I'd like to, I, for one thing, don't think that you'd be able to handle it. I mean, sure, you look like a person of stature, someone that could take on a threat of some sorts, but, you know, this is way out of your league, as people say. But to put it simply, I don't want to get into it right now. To be fair, I just kind of wanted to sit around and wallow in my own despair a little bit, but you guys were nice enough to bring food.
Well,
I'm so glad I'm not there.
I'd be there so bad and fuck it up. I'm kidding. I would try so hard.
Don't worry, Sebby will do it on his own.
if you change your mind, you may try me because I'm here.
I'm
Even though we
angsty
don't know
too.
each other, you actually seem you seem super nice. So
I appreciate
and you
that,
seem a little
but
lonely. So we're here.
I appreciate that, but just know that my opinion of you guys isn't the best at the moment.
You seem lonely.
Fair enough.
Is there anything else you needed?
No, we're just chilling. I
'Kay.
guess.
Chilling in your
And then
house.
she kind of-
I'm gonna say to Subby in my head, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like kind of blowing this, I think.
I mean, ask her about the pocket knife she got.
Oh, why?
I don't know. I like weapons
Oh.
too.
I never wrote that
She
down.
likes her knives. Maybe she's gonna stab you.
What?
I mean, ask her about the pocket knife, dude.
Yeah, I was asking about the pocket knife.
Want to see how this? Want to see his pencil disappear? With the
Like,
pocket knife?
you want to see my pocket knife? Stabs throat.
I turn
We
to her
lost.
and I go, so like, do you collect pocket knives or is it just like yeah?
No.
I don't know. I know a friend
It's just
that
a little.
collects-
It's just to help protect myself. I'm sure you understand, and she kind of gestures to the knives that you have on your little belt.
Yeah.
Those are a
I
little bit
can
out of
also-
my comfort zone, at least, but you get the idea.
Yeah. I can also make the psychic knives, which are really cool, which is really random, but that yeah.
I can stab you with my mind.
Okay.
That's my
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
powers.
just trying to make conversation. I'm sorry.
How's it going?
Okay.
Oh my god.
Is it a cool pocket knife? Did you see it?
She says it's for protection. Oh,
I literally just stare at the wall. I'm like, did you just really say for protection?
for protection.
A tiny ass. Sure.
Oh my god.
So like, You don't think you need like a bigger weapon for protection, like a sword?
Why do you? Oh.
I'm. Did I? I accidentally say that in my head instead of out
Yeah,
loud.
I was like, can I think that like she said that to me, and I go, oh, I carry a sword with me already. What do you think I need it for?
Some crossed wires.
You know how we were kind
Wrong.
of like, I was kind of questioning what we
Wrong
need to
phone
name the
call.
stream. I don't know why it just clipped into my head, but I wanted to make the funny title be Steven is hot and sweaty. It literally just popped into my head just now. Like, we made like 6 jokes about him being hot and sweaty with the blacksmith.
Yeah.
Bill's
He's
knees
got
are
the meat sweats,
spaghetti.
bro.
He's getting hot and sweaty again cooking, so.
Yeah, he's got the meat sweats.
Mm.
That's what
So-
happens when you eat too much meat, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Robert
He doesn't
has
have
those
that yet.
Never
plenty
have
of-
too much.
It's
meat.
a
Plenty of the time.
wonderful feeling.
Robert, your joke failed because he hasn't eaten the meat yet.
Well, I was saying
Yeah.
he was having some sweaty meat.
So,
It's a dick joke. Okay.
Out
Yes.
loud, I say. So how's the food coming
Congrats.
along, Steven?
It fell pretty flat.
Are you
Was
saying
it-
this out loud or like in my
Yes, I
head?
say it out loud.
Oh, pretty good. Boom! Explosion. I'm just kidding. No.
I quote, I sang this out loud. How's the food going then there, Steven? Did you say that out loud?
Did you say that out loud?
Oh,
We
God.
love paying attention to each other on this
Yeah.
podcast.
I don't know
We
how to.
always hear what everyone says.
I
So-
yell out saying yes. It's going great.
Make a performance check for me.
Yeah. Make him roll.
Can I have advantage because I cook with meat all the time?
He is the meat man.
Fine.
It is his job.
And what is it? What did you say? Survival? Or
Performance.
performance. Okay.
Actually, yeah, survival I'd say is a good one instead.
Where the fuck did it go?
Somewhere
Probably
in your
in
skills.
probably in your stats.
It's somewhere on your skill page, I think.
Aw.
So with a 13, you can kind of, like, you're cooking the steak up and everything, and it's definitely sticking to the pan when you try to, or sticking to the skillet when you try to, you know,
Aw.
spatula it and everything like that. But
She didn't season her pan right.
yeah, you're
Or
getting
forgot
used to
fire.
the utensils at least. Totally not your fault. But Belle,
Oh,
you can
yeah.
kind of get the smell that something's burning a little bit.
Not
I
the
smell
prime
fire.
rib.
And I go, Steven, do you need help?
Do you?
I might. I don't
God.
know. Probably.
I was gonna say he'd be pretty upset at his cooking skills right now. He's like, fuck off. I don't think so. I hope not.
It's a nice-
We
it's
should
nice
be
and
pretty
charred.
good.
I
It's
turn
flavor.
I turn
It's
to
charred.
Judith and I go, this guy, right?
Guy.
You get like a very slight smile and then a nose exhale, kind of chuckle, like a.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking idiot.
They start bonding over how much they don't like Steven.
Hey,
That's
watch
beautiful.
this. Throws a knife at his back.
Oh God.
So
The pocket
there's a-
knife's not for protection now, huh?
Yeah. It's for initiative.
Yeah.
anything else you'd like to say, Belle?
No, because I don't want to. I genuinely don't want to bring up her trauma. I
Okay.
feel bad.
Are you just gonna be sitting down next to her then, or did you want to move into the
I
kitchen?
think so. I think.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna keep her company, even though Steven's fucking up the meal. I think.
She didn't season her pans correctly. All right.
I think you have to season the pan as the cook.
No. You see.
You can kind of like see her kind of get a concerned look on her face as she kind of like kind of sniffs a little bit and kind of looks over to the kitchen, and then she's like,
Season you
Steven
smiling.
might actually
Here.
burn
Oh,
something
You know
down.
what? Let me go check on him. I'll be back. Okay.
I got this. Burning hands.
I
Okay.
Just for a nice sear.
I
Oh,
stand up,
that's so.
I go over to Steven. and I'm
Give
like,
it a nice bark.
You're like,
Park.
think
Can
you're
I
burning
attempt to
meat.
save this?
I forgot
Can I
about
help
the
him
dog.
save it?
"Yeah, go ahead and make a survival check for me."
Oh, Oh yeah, hold on.
Who, me or her?
It's the help action. So you guys would each roll, and then you just take the higher roll.
Wow.
That's
Oh
right.
no!
Oh,
Jesus
Wait.
Christ.
Oh,
So
okay.
a
Is that a
13.
7?
It's a 13 in total.
Fuck's sakes.
So with a 13, you're able to kind of like, you're able to save it. You're able to scrape off the stuff that was kind of seared onto the pan. But you have a decent looking prime rib. You still got plenty of juice in there. Still got some flavor. But yeah, I would say that you kind of lost a little bit of the quality because you just weren't really used to the, you weren't used to the kitchen at least.
She would not have
That's so
had
sad.
time to season her pan yet because she mentioned about finally being able to afford food. So I don't think that she has been
Can I look
utilizing her cast iron very often.
I'm gonna
What?
look at
Or
Gray
had
and be
the
like,
oil to season it.
this
Yeah.
one's yours.
The burnt one?
It's all one steak,
Yeah,
Seb.
okay.
Oh
Cut
my
it in 3 pieces immediately. Just actually, I mean, is it? It's just one whole steak. Never mind. I'll give it to her. I'll give it to I'll give it to
Oh my
Judith.
God, no, I'll take
The
the burnt
whole
side.
steak.
What was that?
Grab his face.
So do you cut it or do you give Judith the whole steak?
So how big is this motherfucker?
Hey,
Right.
dude.
It's a 12-ounce steak.
Okay,
We're
I'll
fucking
split it in half.
sorry.
I'll give Gray one piece, and I'll give the burnt side to Gray and the nice side to Judith.
Gotcha. Okay.
I cut my burnt one in half, and I give the part of the burnt one to him.
That's okay. I'm probably gonna go hunting later tonight.
Oh, that's right. You do your wolf thing.
Yeah.
Did she say that out loud?
Yeah, I do.
His what?
You know
I
this.
meant dog thing, whatever. Wait. Well, you are a wolf, right?
Yeah. I'm a pretty
Yeah,
fucking big wolf. That's the funnier thing.
His what? You can see
This-
Judith kind of standing in the doorway now.
She got up.
He does. I turn to her and I go, "This guy, he like we meet him for like the first night, right? And like he's just like, hey guys, I'll be right back." And then he just goes and he like disappears into an alleyway, and then we can't find him. And then he turns up the next day as if nothing happened. He's totally gaslighting us, but it's okay because I mean he's still our friend, I guess. And it's like, yeah. So
I
he
still
does
don't
this
hear
whole
a
thing.
thank you
And
from that
then
last
I don't.
time.
And then there's this one time where I decided to follow him out into the woods and like just because I was curious. And then like he disappeared on me, and then I was like, where'd he go? And then I went to try to follow him,
Yeah.
and then I found him out in like outside, like in this like weird field area. And I guess he saved me from this other wolf, which was pretty cool. But yeah, crazy.
Yeah, talking about family problems, am I right?
Oh my
Yeah, I saved you from my brother. Good luck.
That was your brother?
He wanted to eat your face.
Why? I have an eatable face. Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh, it's actually Team Jacob.
So you're the fucker that was sitting outside my door.
Yeah, you let me in. I didn't break in.
Oh.
Ka-chow! But I mean, I was the the friendliest.
Good
Oh
job.
my god, I totally thought she knew.
She didn't.
After apologizing to her, you're like, oh yeah, I was that wolf you let in.
See,
I'm such an idiot.
Wait, Gray wouldn't know that she knew about the wolf thing though.
No,
I
I
like
didn't.
set her plate down and
Yeah.
I kind of like give like the one potato to Gray, and then I have a potato in my hand. I start to like eat this potato, and I'm like, well,
Raw?
I mean, no, it's cooked, bruh.
You only mentioned the steak.
I was cooking
Just
it.
so
Alright. But
He steamed the
I
potatoes
turned
at the
to
same
her-
time.
I turned to
Good.
her confused, and I'm like, what's wrong?
I tried to infiltrate the house peacefully, all right, as my wolf form, which I do appreciate the
What?
water.
You used the word infiltrate.
Crunch or eats potato.
I had no idea that he did that. I told him to
Make a
just
persuasion check
stay
for me.
where he... Okay.
Eats another piece
Well,
of
it's the
potato.
That's why I
It
said
is
persuasion.
One.
Robert.
Don't
You
worry.
are a bitch, Robert. I got a 6.
You know we're supposed to be
what?
on the same team, right?
Her eyes narrow as
I
she
love
looks at you,
chaos.
and
Cockhead.
she says, "Bullshit.
Shit.
Is that why you guys came back here, to try to see if you could scout anything else out? You already tried
I
looting
am
the
not
chest that was
trying
under
to
my
honey
bed."
pot you.
What'd you say?
The fuck
Said
did you
I'm
say?
trying not to honey pot her.
What the fuck is that?
You don't want to know. It's all good.
Wait,
Um,
what does that mean?
I'm actually really surprised none of you guys know what that is. Zach, wait, do you not know that?
I know what it
Damn.
is.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it is.
Want to explain it for the class?
No.
It's
Yeah.
essentially somebody that uses sex to blackmail somebody.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
In a sense.
Do that to her?
No. Oh, wait. So wait, what are we calling? What are you calling bullshit on again? I kind of like.
That Gray had no idea that you infiltrated the house.
Oh, none of them have. Well, actually, I was watching
Nope.
it from afar.
What I knew was
I
that
did
he
that.
was like standing by. I had no idea that he like did his wolf thing that he does.
I saw you guys both outside of my house earlier. Do you really expect me to believe that you guys weren't conspiring to get in here?
I mean, I'm kind of
Conspiracy.
dumb.
I
so
literally
yeah.
just go, no, we were trying to. I just straight up tell the truth on that one. No, we were
At
trying
least
to.
you're honest about it, but here we are, I guess.
Eat
She's like,
potato.
I can't believe that I'm doing this. She definitely looks like irritated. And then she
I
just kind
actually
of like
came here to make food for you, though. And apologize.
she
Eat potato.
she
Stop
sit, or
narrating the potato.
she sits down at the kitchen
Potatoes are
table
good.
with the food in front of her, and you can kind of see that she
Yeah.
kind of she holds her hand over the steak, and then she's like, all right, and then you can kind of feel like a little pulsing from her hand into the steak, and then she's like, okay, at least you're
There's the
honest about that.
hesitation.
And then she begins to cut into the steak and begin eating it.
Ooh, how does it
Yeah.
look? Roll to see how it looks.
That
She
I'll
just-
say roll performance on. How'd you plate it?
Steak.
Are you Gordon Ramsay?
Steak.
Very plain, very simple. I just went steak, potato, and was like a bon appetit.
You didn't
This
put
is how
any
we-
of the like, the butter, like grease and that kind of stuff. You didn't pour that a little bit on there.
It stuck to the pan.
Just saying.
Okay, no, I will. Okay, fine.
That's pretty good.
Fine. I did basically everything I do back at home. All right.
Should have a cooking competition.
Medium rare. Potato cut in half. See. Sauce in the side of the potato.
You didn't even ask her how she liked her steak, actually, though.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't ask anybody.
Medium rare. Way to go.
So she's gonna
Oh,
begin eating the steak, and she's gonna look up at you guys and say, "Okay,
Ask for it. Well done.
what's the real reason why you were here? Obviously, it
mid-bite
wasn't
of a
to rob
potato.
me.
That's how you know
I-
she's a bad person. If she likes it well done.
Wait,
Your
did she
mother.
well done that motherfucker in front of me?
No,
Oh.
Like,
No, we were
She
saying
didn't
if
cook
she like
she's the type of person to have her steak cooked well
that was
done.
the we were making a joke.
You're gonna have to repeat yourself, because I didn't hear a single thing you said.
So she's going to begin eating the steak, and then she's gonna kind of like side eye each one of you guys again while still trying to maintain focus on the steak. And she's gonna say, "Okay, so it's a bullshit reason that you guys were trying to break in here to rob me. So, what's the real reason why you guys were trying to get in here?"
Death
So-
roast.
Okay, well, you're just gonna go straight into
Sorry.
it. I was just gonna say that.
So you say Diffros, and then she stops eating, and then kind of glares up at you, like full
Eldritch
on
blast.
wide-eyed glared up at you, and said,
I,
she's
Potato.
stunned. She can't even speak. She's just kind of staring up at you at the moment.
I hush Steven and I go, well, okay, so do
Can
you
I be
want,
mid-bite
like,
of
the
a
long
potato?
story or like a summary?
You better tell me every goddamn detail why you mentioned that name here.
So there, what? What are you
You have.
making?
You're stopping me from talking, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I am. I'm like,
I just had your mouth's over my mouth,
Oh,
or your
okay.
your hands over my mouth. I'm like,
so
and I'm kind of like had the potato hovering over your hand. I'm kind of going like,
She's gonna scoot the plate away as if she's kind of lost her appetite a little bit.
ugh, now you've done it, Steven. So I like slap the side of his face a little bit, and then I just
Yeah.
like
Smack the shit out of him.
Smack him. Like, you dumbass.
just kick my toe. Why don't you?
No, oh.
She could. She
I ha-
should.
okay, how am I gonna explain this? So me and my group of friends, or our party, I don't exactly know what we are, but we're a party and we're a thing. Okay, my hand is off of your mouth.
I'm doing it to be funny now.
Steven's the type of guy to lick your hand when you put it over his mouth.
I believe that 100%.
Oh my.
Yeah, my hand's all
Definitely.
wet now.
A friend of ours licked a wrapper and to like be like, "Hey, you won't eat this now," and he just licked the exact spot the friend licked to be like, "What are you gonna do?"
Oh,
He ain't afraid of shit.
no.
Fucking
So
gross.
me and my friends were at Toria, right? And we were trying to enjoy this festival. Something happened. We weren't sure what exactly, but we encountered this guy, and he wasn't making any sense. He said some things, and then he combusted, and I don't know how to say that without it sounding awful, but that's what happened. And so we went to try to alert like authority, and of course they didn't believe us, because when we came back the scene was somehow clean and nothing had happened, and it's all been confusing. And then we were recruited by these people to stop the oracles of the element, and so we're just trying to find out how to do that as this ragtag team that knows nothing about this group or its leader. And we just so happen to have a locket with your picture in it from that guy that combusted in front of us. And I'm so sorry if he was important to you. We had no idea, like we didn't know how we could have stopped that from happening.
She is kind of motionless at the moment, and she, without looking at you, says, "You said he had a locket."
I gave that locket to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah,
I,
you
ga-
did.
I, gave it, yeah. I slid it under the door and she took it.
She kind of, she's still motionless, but you can kind of see her eyes kind of swell up a little bit, and she doesn't look at either of you, but she says, that was my husband."
Oh.
Mr. Combustion.
I look at Steven and I go, some napkins for her, please.
Oh no.
Get some napkins for her.
So
her tears.
But it was a
She's-
towel right at her face. I'm just gonna.
So she does look at you now and say, she says, "So why are you
Here's a handkerchief.
why are you hunting down the oracles?"
Not really hunting down.
What would you call it then, Steven?
Reconnaissance.
You hear Modus's voice investigating, and you can see in your mind's eye the stupid fucking hat.
Mortis, stop it.
Magnifying glass?
Yeah, the magnifying glass is investigating with a giant fisheye up against the lens.
Oh my god.
You're haunted.
The more you talk about Modus, I don't know why, I just picture a frog. I don't picture the shark.
Some
Yeah, that's
little
fair.
blue fish guy.
I just think of a weird eyeballed fish man with a hat. One-
Yeah, the more, because in my mind now he's kind of alien-esque. He's like, has very fish features. But he's not like, I don't know, he's not like giant goldfish head on man.
I kinda thinking Jeff the Shark, but if he was bipedal.
It's a good description.
Huh?
So, she says, or she kind of reiterates, so why are you hunting down the oracles?
We're not hunting down oracles. All right. Our quest is to gain intelligence on the actual cult, on the oracles. My bad. I didn't mean to say cult. That is the quest we've been sent on.
We've heard some bad things about them, that they want to start anew, was it, or something, and it's not in a good way.
Can
Well, I
you
mean,
can you each actually, since who is the higher persuasion modifier out of you two?
Persuasion. I have a +4.
You do. I have deception +3, but I
Okay,
don't
so since you guys are
not
telling the
practicing
truth
for them.
technically, I'll have you roll persuasion. But basically you're just trying to beat her insight because technically you aren't telling the full truth in a way.
What are
is
we
it the
not?
quest part?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm actually thinking that's what my quest is, to gain to get reconnaissance
I
right now.
actually
Is that
do
not
not
what we're
know
doing?
Your
You
numbers
guys
going
haven't
down.
disclosed any information essentially about why you're doing reconnaissance. You just said that you are doing
Isaac.
10
reconnaissance.
seconds.
Why are we? I'm fucking stupid.
Oh my gosh, wait, why are we doing all this?
I had to have
know.
written it down, right?
We were
Please tell me I wrote it
by the
down.
court of whatever.
To
That
learn
kind of
about
hurts,
them.
guys.
According to
To
our
stop
to-
them,
My
right?
notes.
No, I
wanna
wrote
get-
stuff down. I had to have written it down, right?
It was to get information and help stop them.
Yeah, that's all it is, right?
Yeah.
Well, and find their was it 4 temples?
Locations. Find their camps. That's basically reconnaissance.
I will tell her everything. I'm stupid.
That's why I said you're not telling her the full truth, because technically you're finding those reconnaissance things for specific reasons to stop the elemental war.
But
Are
Belle
we
already said that.
wait.
Yeah, I did say
No,
that.
she didn't say the elemental war. She said that she's. Sebi reiterated that you guys are doing reconnaissance, and then Belle said that they're doing something bad.
Well, I said that. What did I say? Oh my god.
Oh, I guess we are living that part out. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I just want to confirm. Are we supposed to be destroying those fucking camps?
Yes, you're essentially putting a stop to them.
Okay, I'll be lying about that part.
What's the term lying
Why
by omission?
So what if you're lying about it? What are you saying then?
What I just said. I leave that part out. I don't say we're destroying it.
Okay, so
Why?
Belle, make a
Why?
persuasion. Sebi, make a deception.
Sebby, I'm gonna beat you up.
I swear, if mine's better than yours, I'm gonna look at you.
I got a 17.
I got 19.
Wow.
Headshot.
So to write a description on what we're doing, so I can have that, because I don't think that's technically meta knowledge. We were all just too stupid to remember it correctly. We were recruited to stop the elemental war via recon and destroying the camps. Is that what I would
Essentially,
write?
yeah, you're destroying the outpost reaches of the cults. That way, they don't have any outreach to, get a hold of the elementals and
Okay.
to bring forth the
Cults.
elemental war.
Outpost reaches, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Outpost reaches. Cool. Camps. I'm making sure everything that I write down from their conversation with her is under a part that says meta knowledge, and then after they tell us things, I will put check marks next to what I can know.
Fair enough. So, she looks at you both and says, "What aren't you telling me?"
Oh shit.
We were recruited to help stop them from waging a war on the elements and I guess the world. I look at Steven for confirmation because I think my character is confused a little as well.
You say the elementals, and she kind of chuckles to herself, and then she kind of stands up from the table and says, Bastard's finally putting things into motion. And she kind of like looks down and starts fiddling at her hands a little bit.
What do you mean?
Look,
That's
I forgive you guys for breaking into my house, even though you infiltrated it legally, per se, even though it was under false pretenses. I'll let that slide.
Stop being so proud of yourself.
Dinner was good,
I mean, you did use.
but I think I'm done for tonight.
Okay. I'm glad to have hashed things out at least.
You can see that she kind of has like an empty gaze at you guys, as she kind of just like, she's kind of like doing the thing where you kind of rub your hands together as if she's kind of like nervous or anxious.
Like a nervous tick or whatever.
Yeah. And she's going to kind of gesture you guys out of the door.
Is there anything that we could do to help you or do anything for you?
She kind of blankly looks up at you and takes a second to kind of get the words out, but she says, there is one thing I guess that you could do.
Sure.
Kill Diffros.
Yeah, you got it.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
We're gonna fuck up your dad, which hasn't been confirmed, but I feel it in my heart.
Can I ask
Somebody
her
ask.
one more question? What was her final rank before she left or departed the group?
I'll kill your daddy.
She kind of, you ask about her rank per se, and she looks and says, I never had a rank. That was all his business.
So the colors mean nothing?
No, the colors do mean something.
Does that mean like what elements they control?
She kind of feels herself kind of like lingering on a little bit. She's trying to find the words to it, as with me. They each have the ability to control elements as a whole, per se. For example, they can move water, they can move earth, anyone has the ability to do that. But they all, I mean, even people outside of the cult or outside of the group have the abilities to do that. It's just that they have, I guess, benefits from using innate abilities based on color.
And Diffros is the avatar, wielder of all four elements.
What kind of abilities, if you don't mind me asking, if it's not too much?
Well, essentially, they'll be able to use specific abilities better than the others. Like, tenfold better than the others.
That's just their special.
So if, for example, she's kind of like ushering you guys out the door as she says that. So, for example, if somebody wanted to cause an earthquake, if they were assigned blue, they could still do that. It's just not going to be as strong. Whereas if somebody that was assigned green were to do it, they could level a town.
That's great.
What about multicolor? Like Diffros?
She kind of looks at you and she kind of says, I think you can understand by the context clues what that means.
She called you dumb.
Powerful.
And if you don't mind, I'd like to have that back.
I'll pull it out of my pull it out of my bag. Well, at least you didn't forget. But
So, Gray, I think this is the first that you're seeing of it. But Steven pulls out from his bag a white robe that has every single one of the colors as the highlighted accents for everything for part of the robe, and hands it to her.
Can I do my best to memorize it right now?
To memorize it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Bet. What should I roll?
Intelligence check.
Vividly.
You can retain most of it for a while. It's like you studied for a couple hours before a test.
Okay. Bet. Okay.
That's how you do it.
There you go. I hand it back to her.
Are there any other questions that you guys needed, or can I go to bed? I need to think things over.
Sure. Go. I mean, I don't have anything.
Did you personally know Diffros? Is there a way that we can have a what's it called? Something
An
to
edge?
help defeat him?
I will say that killing him is going to be close to impossible. But if you were tasked to do it, then by all means you should definitely try to do it. But it won't be easy. I mean, many have tried and many have definitely failed. He's still alive after all. And before you ask, no, I'm not going to help you. I was
Right.
lucky enough to get out of there. I'm not going back.
Family problems.
She kind of does that same little nose exhale kind of chuckle and says, you don't even know the half of it.
I mean, what much more could there be?
Understandable. I kind of like walk out.
Thank you for dinner.
No problem. Have you, I mean, you kind of made it better yourself, so.
Oh my
I'm
god.
kidding. I'm not actually flirting with her. She used prestidigitation on the actual meal.
Oh.
I'm not blind to it. I saw her. She did use it in front of you. That's why I went.
Yeah, she used it right in front
I
of
said
you.
it
I'm not
out loud. I
imagining
went. She's using prestidigitation on the meal.
She kind of gives you like that sly kind of half smile and says, what can I say? I know what I like.
But you should eat, though. You should eat, though. I know you put that to the side, but you should eat. So, yeah. Deuces.
Thank you for
Deuces.
indulging us in our stupidity.
Do they even know what
Um,
deuces is in
I
that time
hope you have a
period?
great night.
Yeah, enjoy my man meat.
I'll kill you.
Walks away.
Him.
So as you guys are
I'm
leaving,
killing you
she
before Diffros.
calls out to you guys again real quick. And she says,
Oh, a new character.
No!
I know I
I
said
won't.
to kill him, but please be careful. You only like my dad when he's angry.
Knew it.
And then she's going to walk back inside
Formation!
and close the door.
I knew it.
So, it's pretty
Actually,
late
when-
in the evening right now. What would you guys like to do?
Man, Steven, that was quite the breakthrough, I think. I think that was pretty good. What do you think?
It's pretty good. But
Pretty good.
if we're gonna be I'm gonna be honest with you. If we're gonna keep her out of this, you know, we can't tell anybody that she's the daughter.
Not even the group, you think?
I mean, we can tell the group, but we
Oh,
shouldn't
okay.
tell.
Thank
shouldn't
God.
tell.
Yeah,
I was gonna kill you.
Yeah, no, of course not.
Just Lane looks up.
Yeah, if you
Oh,
looked at me, I was like,
Wait, maybe we don't tell Mortis.
that's not
You,
You
will
literally
notice,
don't
right?
tell the detective the biggest clue.
Yeah, right? I cry.
Aw,
I
Steven
cry.
corrected you.
The
Thank you,
detective with the
Steven.
biggest
I
mouth.
Modus, whatever.
I mean, if you want to keep it between us, we can. But
Well,
Makes no sense.
if you want to tell the group, we can.
I think we should tell them. I'm just concerned that
Except the
Modus is
shark.
gonna say something out loud that shouldn't be said.
I've been reading more detective books, okay? I'm getting better.
Poor Modus.
I'm working on it.
Or Mortis.
Poor Mortis. Whoever that
So-
may be.
They
As-
didn't even question me when I walked out the door. They were, you know.
I mean, they
Where's
trust
Phil?
you more than they trust me.
So,
No, we
I guess
definitely
that
questioned. We just assumed you were going to do some mischief. We're like, we'll find out in the morning.
Yeah, I was tempted for us to have a side away where it's just like, where do you think she's going? And everyone else going, I don't know. And then that was
So-
it.
The thing is that everybody has been asleep except for Gray. Every time that I've left,
Yeah,
I've
but I
just
also
come back in
told
the
them about-
morning. Well, the first time you didn't say anything because I just came back in the morning. You guys went, "Where's Steve?" And then 2 seconds later, I came up and I was like, "Tiku tiku tiku," to the guys.
Oh yeah. The
So-
minute had a sword to my throat.
Yeah.
I guess that you guys kind of make your way back towards Norzana's house.
And
See,
yeah, that's
Tea time.
basically it. We'll start walking back.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't
Cool.
know.
So you guys make your way back to Norzana's house. It's about like I want to say closer to midnight at this point. You guys were all kind of talking a while with with Judith. So I'd say that Norzana, Harmony, and Modus. Would you guys stay up and wait for them if they've been gone for a while, or would you kind of go to bed and kind of
Harmony
say,
would stay up and read her book and wait for them.
okay,
Yeah.
so you guys are gonna be like the parent that's waiting at the front door.
Yes.
He's like,
Yeah.
where have you
12
been?
8
Where have
p.m.
you been? I
It's-
finished my book by the time you came back.
Only
I
lit
taught
by
Modus how to
candlelight.
read by the time they got back.
Oh
Is
my
this rubble? You knocked
Oh,
down
we
a
need to rewatch the movie.
building?
It was already on fire. It's coming down anyway.
Oh,
Love that movie.
The pen wasn't
I don't know what you're
seasoned.
talking about.
It's
It's
The
Incredibles.
Incredibles.
Ah,
The scene where
yes,
the dad
I
comes home
haven't
late at
seen
night
that.
after listening to the police scanners. Love it.
I'm writing a note for myself that I should start asking for books specifically about how to be a detective.
I thought
Instead
you
of
were gonna
just
say how
reading
to be a
fiction.
dad for some reason.
Dynamite.
that's my next
Oh,
goal.
The cape, the boots. No capes. So
Fit check.
you guys both walk into the door. I'd say that you kind of like try to keep it quiet kind of going in because it is like past midnight at this point. Did you
Yeah.
guys want to try to keep it slow? Like play the step or the kid trying to sneak into the house later at night, or did you just
I
want to
was
walk in?
going to say before we open the door, I was going to be like, "Hey, I was actually pretty serious. I'm going to go get some chow. I only had a potato all day."
Oh yeah, the potato.
They
And
have
crappy berry
leftovers
tea.
at Nirvana.
Norzanas.
Nirvana.
Nirvana's place.
What the fuck?
Unless you're gonna go do your wolf thing.
I mean,
Night, Dad. Love you
No
too.
judgment.
Night, Randy.
Yeah.
You know-
Night, Randy.
give me one moment. My fucking computer. Alright. What was I saying?
Technical difficulty.
I couldn't tell you.
I think you were saying you wanted to
couldn't
go
tell ya.
hunting, and we were asking if whether it's in wolf form or normal form.
Oh, I mean, I can go in either one, but you know, you guys are actually safe, right? You guys don't have
Yeah.
to actually worry about that.
I kind of figured because you just
Yeah.
kept coming back and it was normal. I was.
Okay.
Three
Just
chairs
in-
are lit by candlelight.
I
It's
think
during
we're
a
just
snore.
more concerned about you when you disappear because that's just a thing that.
Because you
happens.
did remember
Yeah.
we did have to do what was it, a 6-hour detour the other day because you got lost in the woods.
I mean, I didn't get lost in the woods. Technically, I knew where I was at.
Are we,
Well, we
having
lost
this
you.
conversation as a group?
No, it's
No.
just you guys staying outside.
Just us. Yeah. And it's kind of like, so before I leave, but another thing, like with my whole secret and all, don't tell people. I guess
Okay,
other than
it'll stay within the group.
just some people don't like people like me.
That's so emo.
So sad.
And I'm not
People just
kidding.
don't
there was an
understand
elf.
me.
There's an elf out here that knows my secret. I don't know where he is. I hope it's not in my mind. But he's out here. He didn't seem bad, but
Arrow comes
some
out of
people
nowhere.
don't like things that they don't understand.
Okay.
To the fish man reading a
Just
book.
make sure you're careful, I guess.
The
like,
winged
if
demon
some
left
people
behind.
follow you-
Yeah, right.
Chillin'.
I've never done anything to harm any of you guys.
No, I mean
You
be
harmed
our
careful with
feelings.
you when you
You
go
harmed our
out and
feelings.
venture off.
Modus already has abandonment issues.
That's
yeah.
his fault.
If yeah.
Says it out loud. That's his fault. Really
his fault.
loudly.
That's his problem.
I've been alone since day one.
Oh my god.
So
okay.
fucking emo.
So sad.
He says that, but he has a whole brother who checks in on him.
No, his
No,
brother.
he actually tries to eat my friends. All right.
Yeah. is
Ah.
trying to eat me.
Yeah.
That's not
Steven
cool.
grows black bangs.
Black bangs.
Yeah.
You're emo.
I used to.
Or he
Give me a
dyed
second.
them, he grows
Oh
them.
God, Lane.
I had the whole side part with the black nails and blue hair, listening to My Chemical Romance. I know the vibes.
My Chemical Romance.
Romance.
Oh
Just
my
keep
Get it,
going.
Lane.
That's,
Get it.
That's all. But I'll leave you guys. I'll let you go get your sleep. I'm gonna.
You don't understand.
Just
And just
stay
letting you
safe.
know, I can control it. I'm not freaking crazy. I just turn into a wolf. That's it.
You're not
You
crazy
don't
at
have to
all.
over justify yourself. I understand. It's fine.
I'm not crazy. I just turned to a bark. A
I mean, I
bark.
say
A
that,
wolf.
A
but
bark?
Don't worry about it.
I've
Give
been
me a second. I
questioned.
can't see anything.
You been what?
I said I've been questioned a
Oh
lot.
yeah.
As a teenager, half my vision was blue, so I understand the vibes.
And then can I be like,
Yeah.
yeah, and Harmony likes to crack fucking jokes
Yeah.
really kind of loudly.
Harmony takes 1d4 psychic damage unknowingly. She just knows
Bullshit.
that something happened.
Bullshit. I'm not taking
Something
that.
from this.
Deals just walks in. You just got bitch slapped.
Somewhere Harmony knows she needs to hide the dog treats.
Oh man. Did you tell anyone you got the dog
No.
treats?
No.
Were we with you when you bought them?
Y'all were somewhere else in the store because we did two
Technically,
checkouts.
she
I
left.
was with you.
Oh,
We-
never mind.
I just don't think I noticed because I would have been like glued
Yeah.
to your side.
And
I
I
don't
was.
think you have noticed then.
Yeah,
I
no.
did. But I was
Doesn't
going.
notice modus.
Well, I was going through the stuff to see which stuff had to be left out when you left.
No, I did a separate checkout where I was like, hey, I want to buy these dog treats, and I told Zach how much money I was spending. So I think I did a tiny transaction and then went back to doing my stuff.
Okay.
It just wasn't like officially said.
How convenient.
Fun.
Well, I'm gonna go hunt.
Agreed.
Okay. I'm
a
gonna
little
go
hungry.
inside. Okay. Stay safe.
Good night.
Good night.
So Steven runs off into the darkness.
I think he just goes.
And he anamorphs into the night.
Actually, as
essentially.
before I like leave, can I check up on the horses and just be like,
Oh shit, yeah, how's Clydesdale?
Yeah.
leave?
Clydesdale and Michael are doing okay.
Mikey.
Cool.
Mikey,
It's
sorry.
Mikey.
They're
Full
doing
name
okay.
Michael.
They're just like, yeah,
Oh,
man, we're
no.
just
Full
chilling.
name.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, feeling-
Belle,
the
are
oats
you
are
gonna to
pristine.
kind of play along with it a little bit? Are you gonna be doing like the sneaking into the house kind of thing, or are you wanting to?
this.
All right, make a stealth.
Just
check
through the
for
front
me real
door?
quick.
Yeah.
the
Make a
first
stealth
step.
check for me.
Should we all roll against it?
You said
No,
stealth?
you guys are all just sitting there waiting.
Yeah,
Well, I'm watching. Yeah, that's true. I'm just sitting on the couch looking at the door.
You guys
reading
are
that book.
like, I would say,
saw
just
20.
to play. Ooh,
I have a +9 in stealth, so.
Yeah,
that
everyone's
makes sense.
good lamps just go
it
up.
was a 20, so I'll have each of you guys roll perception for me.
Who's gonna get the nat 20s a thing?
Please God, for once let this
Where's
+4
nice?
do something.
Rip.
Got
Why? I'm
18.
Oh!
I have a-
trying to
Ooh.
stealth
I did
when
it.
walk in.
21!
Bitch.
Go Lane! Go
Robert?
Modus!
I was gonna say,
Forward.
Modus would be the one to do it though.
Yeah,
There it
right.
is.
And it's
Where have
dark.
you
And
been?
yeah,
8.
So, you
I'm a
Got
deep sea
18.
fish. I see in the dark. though.
almost make it inside perfectly. You're able to open the door. You see all them kind of sitting on the couch. You close the door slowly, and then you make a mistake and accidentally step on one creaky wood
Wait,
plank.
no. What if
Modus
I like
just
turn?
slowly.
What if
Yeah.
I turn and Modus is like right there in front of me with their
Oh my god,
magnifying
yes.
Yes,
I'm looking
that
right
is
there.
exactly it.
Let me
That
pull
is
up a photo
exactly it.
of the eyes because
Like,
they
where
glow
you been?
green like a cat's. And when light shines on them, they glow green like a cat. So you just see two big.
Whoa.
I go.
So,
I
go
like
ahead
jump and I
and-
go ah.
Pokes eyes.
Yeah.
So you guys are all
Oh,
now
it's empty.
alerted to
No note
Gray
car
being in the house.
gone.
You guys are all
Where were
alerted to
you?
Gray being home now.
Ah. You scared me, Modus.
Oh, sorry.
Do we all see her now? So she jumped and screamed.
Yeah, I went ah.
Yeah. Also, when I said "oh sorry," I did not change anything about what I was doing.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Sorry.
You're just staring at that one particular spot in the room.
I like
Oh,
stare
sorry.
back
Yeah.
into the magnifying glass, and it hurts
my
my
God.
eyes because I'm pretty sure it hurts your eyes when you do it the other way, right?
Yeah, I mean probably. I like
I love
look you
this.
up and down, and I go, "Is that gravel?"
Do you want to taste it? And
Why do you
see?
smell
I,
like steak and
take the
potatoes?
gravel off, and I give
Why
it
do
to
you smell like steak? and
Yeah, right, I'm-
potatoes?
If you wanted to, go ahead and make a perception check for each one of you guys again, real quick,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then
Or-
you'd be able
no.
to pick up on the smell because she was in the kitchen with him.
Yeah.
I ain't got shit.
Would it be for me perception or investigation? Because I'm like looking her up
Perception.
and down.
15.
It's a scent-based rule, so
Oh yes,
I got-
dirty 20.
Fuck yeah, Modus!
Wow.
it's
Let's
you
go on.
can
It doesn't
definitely
matter that you
smell
get
it.
all the good ones.
Yeah, you definitely smell it, but I feel like you got a high enough roll that you can actually like see the stinky lines rising
Yeah.
off of
Yeah.
Gray's
Yeah.
clothing.
Why is it stinky?
Why is
Well,
it? Because you
stinky
smell.
as in just like the scent lines, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus
when
it
a
is
fresh
like
pie is on the
grease kind
windowsill.
of baked into your clothing.
Mm-mm-mm.
Uh-oh.
That sounds
Okay, everything froze. Sorry.
Oh no.
We can still hear
You're
you though.
frozen.
Okay, cool.
Oh, you're good.
Let it
so-
go.
Let it go.
There you go.
Okay.
Gonna jump off a bridge. Here we go.
Where's
That no.
Where did Steven
Not the
go?
lyric.
And why do you
Off a bridge
smell like?
apparently.
What
What?
was that, Modus?
Where is Steven and why do you smell like meat and potatoes?
Steven went
Oh,
to go
that's so
do
nice.
what he usually does every night. But he'll be back in the morning as per usual. And I smell like steak and potatoes because food. But it's a long.
You ate without us? We had a meal here for you.
I know.
That's not her voice.
As the plate's completely
Yeah,
empty.
Harmony, what happened to your accent?
I don't know what you're talking about.
God.
I sound
kinda-
I sound different when I'm disappointed.
Oh. Can't. So that
Oh my.
that sucks.
So, would you guys like to, I guess, have a little bit more side conversation, or would you want to go ahead and go to Sleepy's for the night?
I'm gonna...
We can have a side conversation because I feel like it would be like we've been. Oh wait, I could say
Yeah,
that.
we've been waiting
been
for
Well,
worried
go ahead and
sick.
do that then.
Good night.
Go ahead and do
We've
that.
been worried sick.
You left with barely a
I've been
word.
reading a horror story.
I
You
told
Do you know
I
what
was
that
gonna
does to me?
go.
Potatoes.
Said barely
I-
a word. I didn't say you didn't
I
say
started
anything.
taking
Barely
I
a
started
word.
taking bets on whether you're going to find Steven or if you're gonna go try to find like that one lady. Because y'all did not want to leave her alone.
Yeah, it's a long story.
Or to
and
steal
I'd
something
rather,
from a store.
and I'd rather talk about it when Steven gets back so we can have it as a whole group conversation.
Okay.
But all good things, all good things.
Okay.
You're not injured, everyone's okay?
I'm giving you
I
like a
look
side eye.
up and down and I wiggle and I go, nah.
How
Oh,
many
but
wiggle-
Steven's foot? I forgot about Steven's foot. Oh. Steven's a little injured, but he's okay, I think.
I'll take care of it when he gets back. I'll do it in the
Yeah.
morning. Oh, Norzana got a new tea set for us to try in the morning, so you don't have to drink my berry shit anymore. I've learned my
Oh,
lesson.
man, I really loved your berry shit.
You don't have to do that.
It was okay. It was just steeped a bit too long.
I'm trying to learn, okay? Your mom's actually been teaching me how to steep it properly.
Oh wow, damn.
Getting intimate
What?
with Norzana's mom, huh?
Jesus Christ.
The tall demon wanted to learn how to make tea from the nice woman.
That's beautiful.
You guys are about the same height.
Oh
Hi.
la la.
No.
You walk in and we're slow dancing. I'm just kidding.
She's happily
She's
married.
just trying to teach me
You got
how
a
to.
new mom
I know,
now.
I'm just being
Yes.
dumb. They've been together for not even a century longer. What? How long is it? What's the century? What's that 1,000 years called? Is it a century or is that 100?
It's
The
100.
Century is
dodecahedrons.
100.
Century's 100.
Okay, so
I don't know
what's
what
a
it is
1,000?
For a century.
I don't know.
Millennium.
Goodbye,
There we
Zach.
go.
I've been gone for a century.
I sent a photo of what Belle might have seen when she walked in, and here's an.
Oh,
Oh wait, no,
bet,
this one.
bet.
Here's a better one.
Oh no, I am
Yeah.
terrified.
Here's a
Great.
better
That's
one
so
because
good.
Why?
So good.
she had a light. If she had a light flashing, then that's what she would see because they glow like that in the light. They glow like a green.
Yeah,
You're
so funny.
God.
Ray
So-
is terrified of you.
Yeah.
No.
So, you guys
Harmony
are
is so proud of
having
her
that
weird
side
little son.
conversation kind of thing?
Yeah.
Do that.
Well, I'm glad
Okay.
that you're okay. As long as, I mean, I'll heal Steve when he gets back, but I don't know what else there really is.
10
but
hours
it's okay.
later.
Yeah, right.
Alright, I think, well, we stayed up to make sure you're okay in case, you know, be on call in case you need help, since you have that mental leak thing.
Yeah, I kind of forgot to link y'all to my mental link when I left, so it wouldn't have worked unless I saw y'all before I left.
well, I was hoping Rosanna might be able to go do, but we'll,
Oh,
I
that's
don't
true.
know.
Well,
That's all
I
good.
can, but it wouldn't last as long as what hers able is. Mine lasts
That's
about.
funny. Your
Mine-
character's main quirk, and you're like, it's not as strong.
Mine goes at the max a mile, like as long as you're with
My-
me.
How far can mine go again?
I want to go to bed. Harmony's ready for bed.
I'm
As
going
long
to
as you're
sleep.
okay, Modus and I are gonna go rest up for the night, and I want Modus and I to take over Narzana's bed.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, can
So,
I
Rosanna,
join
you're on the couch.
somehow?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can join us.
Yay.
So the three of us dogpile Narzana's bed and making Narzana sleep on the couch because I just
Yeah.
wasn't thinking.
It's
I slept with
fair enough.
Narzana in that bed. Like that's how we slept last time. So I was just like, I go to bed, and then Most joined me. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Also,
I
you know
curl
that
up in
thing.
one of your wings.
You're not kicking me
Oh,
out
I
of the room.
love
Bedroll on the floor in my room. You're not kicking me out of my own fucking room.
Yeah. Also, you know that thing where you consume like one form of media or one type of media for way too long, and so now everything you do is
Yes.
colored by that media, like
Yeah.
the Tetris vision, or
Mhm.
like some shit like that. That's basically what Modus is going to be perpetually experiencing from like just hours of reading these detective novels.
Oh my.
It's
And
all
so, like,
annotated.
everything's a little
chicken scratch.
yeah,
So-
everything's like a little clouded with like
You
Huh?
guys all
Oh.
kind of attend to your evening affairs and then head to bed for the night. So, Sebi,
All four of us in one room.
you run off into the wilderness. You're going to be out, you are out there for a couple hours or so before you can kind of catch onto the trail or something. So go ahead and make a perception check for me real quick.
That bastard. He's out there.
oh, this is going to be a first time not having to mute for one of his hunt things. That's fun.
The moment
Okay.
you say that, it's like, okay, mute.
Yeah, right.
So well, I mean, okay. You latch onto the path of something in I guess like theatrical sense. You get like that dark vision. You can see like the cloud trail of the thing that you're following.
Like in The
you-
Witcher when things.
Yeah, exactly like The Witcher. So you run off into the direction of it, and you feel yourself kind of getting closer to it, so you kind of get into that kind of stalking kind of mode. Go ahead and make another perception check for me real quick.
Fuck.
Okay.
Can I sniff
So with the
for it?
4, you sniff for it.
Guys.
You're following the trail, and you notice that the trail goes up, and you kind of follow the trail up, and you can see that it's a boar hanging in a net. And you look up at it, and it kind of starts to squeal a little bit, and then you very quickly feel you feel a force kind of pick you up into the air, and you are quickly brought up in a kind of a thick rope net hanging about 15 feet in the air, dangling next to the boar. And
Go back to the leash idea. This guy needs to stop going places without us.
So you are in this net, and you're kind of panic a little bit. Do you stay in your wolf form, or are you what are you doing?
Can I attempt to bite the rope off?
Go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
Shit. I need to first find.
So you
Plus
you
7.
go
So 11.
okay.
Sorry.
So you latch your teeth onto this rope, and you basically begin to rip and tear it as if your dog is like biting a chew toy or something, and you
That's
are
so
not
fun.
making a dent in this thing. And you hear below you a couple of sets of footprints as they kind of like come up underneath you, and they cut the boar, or you essentially hear the boar next to you fall to the ground and have a sudden impact, and you can hear like the cracking noise as it falls to hit the ground with a splat. And you
Whoa.
Damn it.
Who
I'm
did
so glad
that?
I'm muted.
What do you
It
think?
was Zach.
Oh, I'm stupid. I
it
thought it was
splats
Robert.
onto the ground, and you can hear the impale of a knife into its neck, and you can hear the squealing stop. And
Oh,
do
no.
you look down at them or no?
Are they below me right now?
They're currently below you, yes.
I look down.
Okay.
Is it the same elf by chance? An
You
elf?
look down, and you see three figures down there. You see one of them kind of dressed in, I guess, like normal commoner's clothes with a cloak over his head. So you're not able to make out facial features and stuff.
You're not
You
able to make
see
out with them.
an elf in a similar stature to the one that you have found previously, but it is not the same one as before. And thirdly, you see a man wearing a white cloak with blue accent rings going around the sides and the trim of the hood. And
I think my hair
he-
would start to stand up a little bit.
Hold on, let me. So the hair kind of stands up on, the parts of a dog that kind of like, the back of the neck, back at the base of the tail. They can tell that you're stressed, and they're about to cut you down, and then the person that's in the white cloak says, hold on. He's looking up at you and says, something's different about this one.
Hmm.
And then,
I hope they're not
Like a
cannibals.
dog.
give me just a second.
Go.
He looks
Woof,
dog
woof.
tired, if you ask me.
I mean,
God damn you.
Go ahead and make a wisdom
Fart.
saving throw for me.
how far did Sebi go? I'm so
Steven has
sad.
left the building.
New character.
would suck.
Bro's about
You
to
said
become a
wisdom
prisoner.
saving throw?
Yes, sir.
He's like, don't worry, I'll be fine.
I know. I was like,
You got a
yeah, it's fine.
19?
You'll be fine.
18.
And then
18.
he's not.
I actually meant to do a roll for you to see, but I didn't. I clicked self.
Okay, so with an 18, he says, "Oh, this one's
Wow,
quite
sick
clever.
roll.
Cut it down, but keep it tied up." And the other two quickly slash at the rope holding you up, and you fall down to the ground. Take 1d6 damage. Take 3
Can I-
damage as you fall onto the ground. And you let out like a soft little whimper as you hit the ground. And
Can I run for
huh?
it? Can I
Hmm?
attempt to run for it?
You're still in the net at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I just turn into a dude and just go.
You're more than welcome to try and escape again, if you'd like to. You can make another attack roll on the net.
Damn.
So you try
10.
to you attack this net, and you essentially get yourself more tangled in it, and you basically are trying to gnaw at this thing and rip it apart, and you just essentially tangle yourself more and more into it. And he said, "Oh," or the white cloak guy walks up and he says, "You just made this thing a whole lot easier. Make another wisdom save, but this time with disadvantage."
I will say, Sebby, if you send it to DM in the app, I am technically in the DM in the app. So you're sending it to me.
Do it to self, because we have the same account.
Okay.
I just realized the little tag says to DM. Like, huh? Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah, technically we're using Robert's D&D account.
Manatee.
You got a bunch of
You
books.
said wisdom, right?
Mm-hmm.
13.
Okay. So, as he says, "You just made this a whole lot easier for me," he essentially waves his hand in your direction, kind of like in a soft, smooth motion, and
Ugh.
you feel your muscles start to tense up and lock into place, and you physically cannot move. You can move your eyes around, but you cannot speak, and you cannot move your muscles. And he essentially leans down next to you and says, "I knew you were special, but
Ew. Don't say that.
I didn't think it was like this." And he goes down to try to grab at like a tuft of hair of you. And you hear some footsteps coming up behind you. And do you choose to kind of like move your gaze over to where they were coming?
Yes, I'll attempt. Yeah.
So you move your gaze to behind you, and you see the familiar face of the elf that you met in the forest previously. And he kind of fast pace walks up to the white cloak, and he says, "This wasn't part of the deal. What are you doing?" And he says, Easy. I'm just having a little bit of fun with our newly welcomed guest. There's no need to worry about it." And the elven guy, or the elf, kind of steps between you guys and says, "No, this wasn't part of the deal. You were supposed to just keep an eye on them. You weren't supposed to do anything to hurt them or anything." And they kind of just start bickering back and forth a little bit. And you, after a considerable amount of time, so after about like a minute or so, you can kind of feel yourself you can feel your finger or your paws moving, and you can feel yourself kind of regaining control of your body.
Okay. Can I attempt to escape again?
That you can.
This sucks.
Yeah, I'm depressed. None of us know.
We think he's gonna be back in the morning.
Because he keeps disappearing.
I said it was okay. I'm
18,
sad.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 to hit.
23.
Just hunt
Okay.
during the day.
So after the third time, you essentially knot this thing with the most force you possibly can, and you're able to bite a clean break into it, and you're able to wiggle your head and then the following of your body quickly out of the net. What do you do?
Skadoodle, your dick is now a noodle.
How many people are there? It's the robe guy.
4 in total, including the elf that just walked in.
I lunge for the cloak.
I will say that the elf
Bang,
is
bang, bang,
between you guys at the moment.
Oh, okay. Damn. See, I'm afraid he's gonna get fucked over. Is the thing. Oh, goddamn.
Why would you protect the elf?
Go. Run away.
Because I'm not a mean person.
To
But-
kind of, not necessarily to railroad you, but you break out of the, or to kind of just move it along a little bit, you break out of the net, kind of alerting the attention of the others, and the elf kind of turns to look at you, and he quickly yells, "Run!"
I'll
and
run.
you start taking off.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
start. I would like to look behind me, see if he's doing whatever he's doing. See what he's doing.
Okay, so the elf kind of just like turns to look at you and then takes a couple of steps towards you and then turns back around and kind of like prepares to fight kind of thing. Like he puts his fists up like he's getting ready to throw hands. But the other two guys quickly tackle him to the ground. And the cloak guy, you can see him kind of like stomp the ground for a second, and you can see him kind of strain his arms, and you feel the earth beneath you starting to rumble and shake. What's your AC, if you don't mind me asking?
13.
Fuck.
My
Ooh,
AC has never
okay.
been high anyway on itself.
So, you are sprinting at full speed back to the house, and you hear the white cloaked guy essentially yelling like, "No! Don't let him get away! No!" And you feel the ground beneath you crumble and shake as a chunk of earth behind you explodes from the ground and flies in your direction. It barely hits behind you, and you can feel yourself getting pushed an additional like 15 feet away as a huge boulder, maybe about 10 feet in diameter, crushes the ground beneath you. Go ahead and make a dexterity save for me real quick. Okay, so you are able to essentially use this boost as, a beneficial leverage, and you're able to land as you break into a full speed back to the house, and you're able to get away safely. After about another 10-ish minutes of full sprinting, you're completely gassed, and you essentially, you've never really been this exhausted in a way that from your wolf form. You physically feel that part of you kind of push itself deeper into you, and you kind of feel like yourself takes over yourself as your human form kind of breaks back into formation as you kind of collapse on the front doorsteps of Norzena's house.
Do we hear him, or
Hey,
is
you
the
echo.
psychic connection still? Because has it been 5 hours since?
I would say it's been a couple hours since then.
Okay.
So
And he probably was more than a mile away.
I will say you're at the last minute or so of the thing. If you did want to kind of send off a message as you're about to pass out, Sebi.
I'm about to pass out.
Yeah.
Shit.
You were full sprinting for maybe 15-20 minutes to get back to the house.
God. Yeah, that's. Ugh.
I think I'd probably be like, "Heh," and then kind of just pass out from there, like HE, and then that's it. Heh.
So, Belle, you're
He's just laughing
passed
at
out.
himself.
You're
Yeah.
passed out at the moment, but you're kind of having a fun dream in a way of like you frolicking through a meadow or something. I don't really know what
Oh,
Gray would dream
yeah.
about. Actually,
Let's
no,
go.
you're
No, I'm
dreaming
pickpocketing
about.
people in my dreams.
I was gonna say you're dreaming about being back at the
Successfully?
World's Fair, but actually successfully pickpocketing
Being
people.
that lady.
Not
Popping a
groping that
feel.
one person.
Not getting that
But-
nat one.
Essentially, you pickpocket somebody, and then you feel a wrist. You feel somebody grab your wrist with probably the most force that you've ever felt somebody grab you in your life, and you lock eyes with this person, and it's Steven looking down on you saying, "Hell," and then you wake up and you shoot up and spring in the middle of the bed, and you immediately know that Steven is passed out unconscious on the front doorstep of Norzena's house.
Okay.
And that's where we're
I-
going to end
I-
tonight's session.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
That's pretty good.
Damn.
Oh.
Right.
Oh,
So-
all this under?
Dead. Just kidding. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
no.
writing this under the words meta knowledge again.
How big is that page?
I
So-
have tiny notebook.
Oh God.
Not to necessarily railroad a little bit there, Seb, but I feel like that was a pretty good theatrical stopping point, at least.
I wanted to help the elf. That's why.
That was really cool. I really like this elf. I like the guy. He's the guy.
He's the
So-
guy.
He's the guy.
That's going to do it for tonight's session. Do you guys have any closing remarks or anything like that you guys would like to mention?
Ah, it's just getting spicy, I think.
Are you gonna go out on your own anymore, Seb?
I'm still gonna.
He better fucking not.
He will.
We should like have
Learns
someone
nothing
watch,
from this
like,
interaction.
keep watch of him.
See,
Like, we
Maybe
should
it can be me. I can be. I don't know. I got big eyes.
Yeah, hunter's mark.
I will hunter's mark him.
Track him.
Yeah.
Well, are you gonna hunter's mark me while I'm human, and then
Yeah.
I turn into a wolf? I don't.
Well, I
What would
can
be the
cast
rules
it
of
more
that?
than once.
Well, no. So I don't know if it works where if you cast it as like I'm human, and then whenever I turn into a wolf, it breaks. Because
Well, I think
completely something different at that point.
Well, I mean, I could still just cast it again.
Wow.
I don't use spells very often, so.
Neither do I.
So, but yeah, that's basically where we're going to be ending tonight's session. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to watch. Really appreciate you guys being here. And as usual, thank you to Pocket Bard for the glorious music and stuff in the background. Really appreciate all the awesome things that you guys do over there. But yeah, that's
I'm hurt.
basically it for me. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and we will see you next Wednesday. Take care.
Adios.
Bye.